Alright, Ian. Send you an invite. See if anyone comes on. The eyes got a bit blurry actually. Let me edit it. Edit. Your eyes gone blurry. Hello Jen, how's it going? I'll do a little stream tonight. I can't do a pop one because I've got to go to sleep early tonight. So I've got a busy day tomorrow. Most important one is Citizen Advice I've got to go to. So I don't want to miss that because it's an appointment which is very, very hard to get hold of. I'm lucky to get one for this week actually. So I thought I'd just do a little hangout maybe later, see if anyone comes on, have a chat. Not feeling any real presence around me at the moment. I did use my Xbox Connect last night, the portable one, and I had a anomaly right near the door for at least 3 or 4 minutes. But the bloody software didn't record it. Because I was using Bandicam, and for some reason it won't record on the external memory card, but it'll record on the actual internal memory. So what I'm going to do sometime is go onto the tablet and start formatting and removing some of the software that I don't require and try to loosen up some memory space, because it is only a 32 gig internal memory, I think it is, and Windows actually take up, you know, at least 25 gig. So you've only got like about, well, not even 25, more than that actually, but you only get about 5 gig of space left. So I'm going to start mucking around with that later. Don't know where everyone is tonight, surprisingly. Normally start getting a lot more people on within 5 minutes of starting up, but get all be eating their dinner. So I thought I'd just do a general chat, do a question and answer. If anyone wants to ask me any questions, I'll try to answer it. I might start trying to muck around so I can get some of this software off in there. But I need a mouse. I can't remember what one's the on and off button. Pushing the off button as usual. I'm actually going to try and do a new kind of trigger object in the new year. Once my hands kind of like got better. Now I've been looking on eBay for trigger objects, and like they got those EMF dolls. But all that EMF doll is one of these DC boxes shoved in the doll. And I'm asking £125 for one. Ridiculous prices, man. You know, or you could go and get a doll for about, you know, depending on the size actually. For if I was to get a big doll, you know, you might be able to get one about 15, 20 quid, yeah. For the circuits for these, that's about 30 quid. You could probably build a bloody EMF doll for like £50. And, you know, even if you sell it, you can double your money. But it'd be cheaper than, you know, eBay if I was ever to make them, I suppose. But I don't think I will make them for eBay. I might just make a couple for myself. Possibly send one over to Living Dead Paranormal, and maybe make them for whoever wants them. You know, I'm not going to like sit here doing 5, 10, 15 dolls. It ain't worth it. Even if I was able to double my money, I don't think I'd bother doing it. because they can be a bit dicey to actually work. Well, not to work, but dicey to make, because sometimes you can blow the circuits on them. Right, let's see if I can clear some of this garbage. So, what just popped up on my screen there? Windows security alert. Don't know what that was. God, I've only still got 2 people watching. Maybe they don't like question and answer ones, but I'm going to keep it running anyway. Probably do a hangout maybe later if anyone comes on. So where's the programs and settings on here? It's what I hate about Windows 10. Right, no, I can't find a way how to remove programs on it. Unless it's under settings. God, bloody hell. Network devices, system, apps, power up. Well, none of that. Apps and features. Determining app size. So like there's Google Music. I'd never use Google Music. But it don't show me how to remove it. A lot of them are small sizes. My eyes are going really blurry right now. I can't even see on the screen properly. I'm having... You're looking for your headphones. I don't wear headphones because they make my ears itch. So where's the damn thing on here where you can remove applications? Tips, get Skype, maps, people, can alarm clock. All my apps. Chromium. I don't want Chromium. I need to get another mouse for this one and another adapter. How to remove? A program on it called, well, something on here, how to remove. Variant option, what the hell is... Variant option. every time I scroll up, the fucking thingy keeps coming over. Yeah, it hasn't got on here how to remove programs, like, you know, Windows 8, where you got programs, etc. Connect, battery safe, VPN, all settings, ease of access, accounts, personalization, do programs under search. Okay, it won't let me do a search. Am I lagging out? Because it seems like my YouTube keeps lagging. Hello, Eugenia, if you're there. Don't even let me go on to settings. Tablet's pissing me off tonight. Add new programs. There we go. Well, I went in there just now. It won't let me uninstall any. Google Music. Won't let me uninstall that one. Films. Won't let me uninstall that one. Premier options. That it will uninstall. Chromium. Uninstall. Windows driver package I need. Solitaire can be uninstalled. Hello, Kirsten. I'll do a hangout later. Are you sure you're? Yeah, of course I'm not sure. That's why I fucking asked you to uninstall it. Default apps. Storage. See, this is only 16 gig tablet, right? And I've got 13.5 gig used out of 14.5, so I've got a gig of storage left. And I've got to find a way of actually uninstalling some of this crap on here. "3D Builder." Do I need 3D Builder? Don't know. The camera. Candy Crush is 167 meg. I don't need that. Now I'm going to maps. People. Phone companion. Photos. Store tips. Voice recorder. Weather. Xbox. I don't really need Xbox on here. Don't got nothing to fucking install. But I can't uninstall it. Voice recorder. Keep weather. Microsoft OneDrive, I don't really need that. That can be uninstalled. Well, that's what I'm trying to do, free space, and it ain't letting me. Loaded space, 8 gig needed, free up space. So I'm trying to fucking free up space, and it ain't letting me. No, I've got a quite big white screen. I've got a black screen at the back. I don't update Windows, so what are you on about? Windows Update Assistance can be uninstalled because I don't want it. Yes. Uninstall. Tips. Don't want that. That can be uninstalled. I don't need the store, but I can't uninstall that one. My PowerPoint Mobile. Don't really need PowerPoint. Phone companion. I'll need that, I suppose, because people. OneNote I don't use, but I can't uninstall it. Groove Music, I can't uninstall that. Get Skype, uninstalled, don't need that. Uninstall Excel. Films and TV. Won't let me uninstall that. So if anyone's got any questions they want to ask me, just ask. I'll try to answer them. If you ain't, then don't worry. Said no, let me uninstall store. Tablets are weird. I wish they had an Xbox Connect available for, Android. They were supposed to be making a version, but they never got around to it, I don't think. That was like 4 years ago. Definitely need to buy myself a mouse and get another one of those adapters. System reserved 9.61 gig. What's that reserved for? System restore management. Temporary files. Delete temporary files. Yes. Empty recycle bin. Yes. So I should have got a bigger one of these actually. Bigger internal memory. I didn't have the funding. To get one of these with a 64 gig, because it's only like a 32 gig tablet. It costs like £55 this one. If I was to get the next one up, which was 64, you're talking about £120. And I don't really use this tablet. I only use it for the Xbox. See, it's got Minecraft on here. I don't even play Minecraft. It's got a few applications on it that I don't even use. And that's taking all the memory up, all the disk space. I can't remember what pit it goes to. Storage. So I'll put an external 124 gig memory card in here. But when I tried saving the Xbox Connect on the external hard drive, which I only had an 8 gig one on last night, it wouldn't save it. So I had to save it on the actual main drive. Which only allowed me to save an 8-minute file, because that's all the memory it had. I can't remember how the hell to get into the trash bin so I can delete stuff. I've never gone through this tablet, and there's just so much stuff on here. No, I really hate Windows 10, to be honest with you. But, you know, you couldn't really get a tablet which had Windows 7 or Windows 8 on it. If I could have done, I would have got one with Windows 8 on. But this one didn't have it. Won't even allow me to close fucking applications down either. Fucking bite force. me see. Every time I go on there, so I can see the damn thing in the background, but every time I go to it, it won't let me empty the trash. No, it's got me into disk cleanup, which I need. So it's going to take a few minutes to do. Hello everyone. I thought I'd just do a normal video today. Yeah, I've already got this tablet though. It's Windows 10. I'm saying I wish I'd seen one with Windows 8 because I prefer Windows 8. But sometimes the Xbox Connect does not work on Windows 8 or 8.1. It works better on Windows 7 and Windows 10. But they put so much shit on this tablet, man. You know, I know 32 gig isn't a lot, but you know, they filled it up with all their fucking Windows 10 crap. And you got 1 gig left, you know, and like time you download the Xbox Connect software on there, you've got probably about 600 meg of like space left, you know. So I'm in a process of actually removing some of the files, programs I don't want on there, but it won't allow me to remove like Office. Microsoft Office I can't remove. I've uninstalled a few programs which allowed me to get like 200 meg of storage. Now I've got 128 gig external SD card in there, but for some reason I can't save the Xbox Connect video files on the external hard drive. So I did put an 8 gig in there the other day, and it starts to save for like the first 20 seconds, then it stops and the rest of the files corrupted. So I've got to actually save the files to the internal memory, but I've only got like 1.2 gig of internal memory. So it's, I don't know if it's the memory card that's faulty, but I've tried different memory cards in the past and it wouldn't save it. So I'm just clearing it up for now, clearing some of this junk shit off, and then maybe later in the week I'm gonna, like, when this is charged up, because the battery's getting flat now as well, I'm gonna go and check out my drawer, because I'm sure I've got 64 gig, a 32 gig, and an 8 gig memory card. I know that it wasn't saving on the 8 gig memory card for some reason. So I'm going to try the 128, which is in there at the moment. But I won't try it now. I'll try it later in the week. If that don't work, then the only thing I can do is try 64 or 32, but it means taking them out of my phone and deleting everything on my phone. But I'm going to try to format this 128 gig in a minute, but it's still only like halfway through disk cleanup, so I can't do nothing at the moment until it's finished the disk cleanup. Oh, he bought a doll from an antique shop. Woo! Right, if anyone wants to jump on here for a little while, yeah, I'll just copy and paste the Hangout on here. It don't seem I'm getting no questions to answer. So you want to come on here, just like click on that link. Be quick, so I don't want that link on too long because of the trolls. Well, I've removed it now. So if you didn't get it, let me know, and if I've got you on the Google Plus, I'll invite you that way. You've got Blaze on there, so I can send him that way. That just shows the doll. See, it's only halfway still, and it's still trying to clear all the junk. But I was looking on eBay, the EMF dolls. Or what an EMF doll is, a REM pod built into a doll. And the prices on it, guys, are fucking ridiculous. £125. And if I can find it, I'll show you it. Actually, funny enough, I've got it on there already. This is the doll I'm looking at here. It's just a standard doll with a built-in EMF. And I can easily build those. I just don't like taking dolls apart, to be honest with you. But, oh, actually, hang on. Won't let me post it for some reason. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that works. £124.99. £124.99 for a doll with a K2 built into it, similar to my DC box. So what I'm going to do is look around for a cheap doll. You know, I've got plenty of dolls in it, but I don't really want to take them apart. I'm just going to go and look for a cheap doll, probably tomorrow on the way home. 7 year the charity shop's got one, but I can't really use a porcelain doll. It's got to be a plastic one, and I think these might be porcelain, but they're the ones which are like kind of like only halfway down the chest. So what they might have done is like cut open, put the components in, then stuffed it with you know, like stuffing stuff, you know, material. And the eyes, how they done that, I'm not sure. Hello, Rusty. Can't hear you, Rusty.
Hello?
There we go.
Yeah, I snuck on. Yeah, dude, it's so funny. I logged on, saw you, and you said that, posted that thing, and right as I clicked on it, you retracted it. So that was pretty funny. Just trying to get my mouse working. My mouse went dead when I hooked up my stupid mic.
Yeah. If you want to come on CW, I'll send you the link through, what's the name, through Facebook. Good question, though. When a celebrity dies, people, and I won't mention certain people, SH, tend to want to try and communicate with, you know, a celebrity. I think, to be honest with you, it's good and bad. Good, well, I'm gonna say bad. You know, you should let the fucking celebrity, like, you know, rest in peace. No, at least a couple of months, just like anyone really. You know, say like husband, wife, you know, son, daughter, relative, next door neighbour. You want to talk to them, you got to give them time to fucking like lay to rest and like, you know, and then like maybe in a couple of months' time, then communicate with them. But when someone's practically, you know, just died, and you know they've been laid to rest for like more than a couple of days, I think that's like repulsive. Is, you know, like unforgivable, really. And I have seen people on Facebook and on YouTube trying to communicate with certain people that's just recently died, and I think it's totally wrong, because, like, you know, they've been pestered and bothered with throughout their life, you know, when doing all their kind of like shows, performances, TV, movies, whatever. Yeah, no, their life isn't kind of like, they don't have a private life, you know, kind of thing, because like they've always got people like following them and trying to get like, you know, I suppose, what's that word to it? you know, the paparazzi, you know, the TV,
Oh yeah, yeah,
paparazzi, newspaper and stuff like that, trying to, you know, get to take photos and write stories on them. You got the fans that tend to like follow them around and, you know, just be a pain in the butt. I really do think, you know, they should be left alone for at least 2 or 3 months before they even get, you know, any way. Well, hang on, let's try and say it again. I'm kind of confused. I think they should be left alone for at least 3 months before anyone decides to try and communicate with them. Because I really do think, you know, they've been pestered all their life, you know, whether being a music artist, a TV presenter, a movie star, whatever, yeah. You know, they've had hundreds and thousands of people pestering them. And do they really want to be pestered since they get buried? I wouldn't. So, no, I think that's totally wrong. But there's no harm in trying, maybe in about 3 months' time. If they
yeah,
come through and communicate with you, then they will do. But,
yeah.
you
Well,
know,
I know some people think that at the moment after somebody passes is the best chance to try to communicate with them for whatever reason. Not everybody. This is just some people's beliefs. So, but when you're recording it and you're uploading it on YouTube at the same time when the news of the past, yeah, I mean those definitely ulterior motives. Besides somebody trying to do sincere, honest paranormal research, yeah, I mean it's obvious. So I agree. I agree, man. I mean that's why I never really called forth or asked to speak with any of my family members. I don't know why. I just kind of gut feeling, just like let them rest.
yeah, well, that's another thing, like Jackie just said, yeah. Even if you're doing it through a ghost box, yeah, you know, if someone's just died recently, you're going to get their name through the ghost box, you know, continuously for, you know,
Oh yes, that's a very good point. Yep.
you know, if someone died yesterday, a famous artist, yeah, and I'm going to say, oh, like, if you're here, can you say your name? Suddenly that name comes through. That doesn't mean it's paranormal. It's being said because, like, the radio stations are, like, probably doing some kind of, like,
Yeah. So if anything, it makes the chances even more
yeah,
muddled. You know, you make it more easy to debunk. So, like just say, oh well, there his name's all over the radio, so no scientist is going to take it serious. So yeah, of course. I agree. I mean, you know, when it comes to this whole process, if you're by yourself and you're just in your room and you're not filming it, I say, you know, do and talk to whoever. It's when you start filming yourself and presenting yourself out to the world is when I think you need to be a little more conscientious of the steps you take and how you portray yourself, especially if you want to be taken serious in this avenue, this realm. So it's, you know, that whole stuff is really kind of it's a touchy matter because so much of it is subjective, you know.
yeah. We know the main person who always wants to try to be Mr. Big and try to communicate with spirits and say, "Oh, I just spoken to Elvis Presley," or "I just well, Elvis Presley died years ago, so that doesn't really matter." But
I
when you've
know,
got
I know what you mean though. Yeah.
someone famous and they've only just recently died, you know, a day, two, three, even a week ago, yeah, it's still going to be, you know, public media. It's going to be something that going to put, you know, people going to talk about on
Yeah.
either social media, newspapers. Well, you ain't going to, you know, newspapers, it doesn't matter, you know, you ain't going to be able to get any people from newspaper unless it's through some kind of like electronic newspaper, which scans through, you know, which wouldn't be, well, I suppose it could be possible in the future. But when you got it like through TV and radio and you're scanning through it, yeah, and suddenly that person's name pops up with, you know, and it's only been a week, you know, of course you're going to hear the bloody name. You know, that person is not going to be kind of forgotten for even months. It probably even like 6 months before his name's not mentioned on any kind of like social media or um, radios, TVs,
Yeah.
newscasts, whatever. No, because like if I was like a famous artist, say like Steve Walters, you know, like was a famous singer, and I died today, you know, my name might be mentioned on so many different radio stations, so many TV broadcasts throughout the world. You know, my name might not even be forgotten for at least 6 months. And I'd also be
Exactly.
playing my like music as well. If I, you know, So, you could turn around and say, well, how about playing a tune from one of your favourite records, and you suddenly hear a few notes from one of these records. So that's from Steve Morgan's, We've got,
Yeah.
Like,
No, for sure. Well, I mean, these are things that if you're taking the paranormal field serious, these are things you have to just be aware of and keep in mind. Yeah, if you're trying to actually record EVP from some famous person that passed away using a ghost box, there's a good chance that their name, like you said, is going to be all over the radio. So how can you accept that as true paranormal evidence when scientifically, their name's going to be all over the radio? So yeah, these are just small things that people need to keep in mind, man, for sure, to do this in a somewhat scientific way, scientific as any of us can do without being, Harvard graduates or whatever. So,
well, the thing is, right, as I said, like, I'm not going to mention names, SH, but, there's many people out there who have been trying to communicate with certain people, people which had died, centuries, well, not so much centuries, but years and years ago. Elvis Presley, Ringo. I don't know if Ringo Starr's still alive or not, but anyone who's famous and who has died over the last couple of years, and then 2 years or more, and you're doing an EVP session, you're trying to communicate with them, and you get like the name Elvis come through. That might be kind of like mind blowing, but the thing is, how many people out there were named Elvis as well as Elvis Presley? It's like, my name's Steve or Stephen. If you're trying to communicate with someone who's famous with the first name, and you're saying, well, can you say your name? Like many times when I get my name say on the ghost box, you've had it, Simon's had it, God knows how many people have done ghost box sessions, and they say, well, they just said your name. Well, how do we know they're trying to communicate with me and not some other person? How do we know that they're not saying their name is Stephen?
Well, and dude, here's another wrinkle in this whole kind of celebrity speaking thing. Many celebrities don't use their real names, like Robin Williams or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not his real name. So why would they use, like, there's just, yeah, exactly. What's up, Jason? But yeah, I just thought of that too. A lot of them don't even use their real names.
No, so, that's a stage name, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless they say, well, we know X person's real name, that name is a stage name, but we know his real name. And if he can come through and say his real first and surname, then yeah, maybe that's going to be kind of amazing, I suppose, to hear his real name come through. And it'd be even more amazing saying his real name and his stage name directly after. That's going to even be crazy amazing. But you ain't going to get it. Hello. Where's your doll, Jason?
Yeah, let's check out that new doll.
The what?
Let's see your doll.
Oh. Okay.
From the 1800s, huh? Damn, that's old. So it's like some prairie or pioneer style.
Oh.
Huh? Some pioneer family.
That's a nice doll from 1800s. Is that porcelain? Got no eyes in it.
Well, if the eyes fell out.
That doesn't matter because it makes it more freaky.
The eyes are in. I tipped it and they fell out and they're still in the head.
Does it have a story? Like, did it come from a pioneer family? You just
I don't know.
Yeah, just it's old. That's about it. Yeah.
It does make the eyes fall out because it makes it more freaky, more creepy looking. You can call it a black-eyed doll, and there ain't no eyes in it. See, that's the type of doll which they use to make those EVP dolls. Because what they do is sometimes they take the eyes out, and if the eyes are big enough, they can drill a hole in the eyes just to get the LEDs in. Or otherwise, what they do is take the eyes out and stick the LEDs kind of like at diagonal kind of setting and just glue them in. And when the EMF goes off, that's when your eyes light up as well. But £125 for a fucking EMF doll is a rip-off, man. I can make one for a quarter of that price.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, actually, there ain't really any kind of like real well-known person I would like to communicate with, actually. Apart from, you know, the murder mystery ones, what we've been doing, you know, like Ted Bundy, you know, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, musician, artists, TV presenters, TV stars, I've never really thought about trying to communicate with them. So I think, to be honest with you, they've had enough, you know, to deal with when they were alive than they are now. Unless they do want to come through, you know, there's no harm in trying, I suppose. But, you know, I feel like if they've just died, they need to be left alone for at least, you know, minimum of 3-4 months before anyone communicates with them, because it's kind of been disrespectful, isn't it, really?
To me, it feels kind of, like I said, I haven't even tried communicating with past loved ones of my own. Like, I just kind of, I figure I'm in the sea of spirits. Like, I'll just experiment with what's around me instead of trying to, like, who knows, if I call forth my grandpa, does that mean he has to travel 300 miles? Like, I don't, like, is he down south? Like, where is he? So I just leave him alone.
So that's another thing with, like, the spirit world, you know. I know I cracked a couple of jokes saying, well, like, it's all right for them, they don't need a passport to travel from United Kingdom to America, kind of thing. You know, are they, you know, if they were born in the UK and they suddenly, like, nip over to America without a passport, then, you know, are they classed as, like, illegal aliens?
Yeah. Do the spirits look at them like that? Yeah. That's funny.
You know, they didn't stop at the border, they didn't show the passport.
Yeah.
And, you know, we don't know if the spirit world does have kind of like borders, I suppose. You know,
well, it seems like there's rules, and so
yeah. Do they have border security? You know, do they still need some kind of like spiritual passport to cross over? I don't think they do, but you know, someone coming from here to America, there is like not having to stop, not having to pass go, you know, not having to pay like a fee or something here. It's like kind of crazy. Like, no, like when Abby went over to America to a few places that time, you know, I never asked her that silly question. Oh, well, did you show your passport? You know, did you get stopped by the border security? Because they come and laugh at you, know, kind of thing. So I don't think it's like we're a spirit. If it wants to go from A to B, it doesn't fly over there. It can teleport itself, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
Hello, Kieran. Is it Cohen?
You're right, Steve.
Is it?
Yeah, Kieran.
Oh, Kieran.
Yeah, right, yeah, Kieran. You're right. You're right, guys.
Hello, greetings, Kieran.
A good question, but nah. I think it's wrong. They should give them at least 3 months before they start communicating with anyone famous. I wouldn't do that.
Well, last night I was watching a stream on Rosie's channel, and I caught something in one of the bedrooms, and I asked her, can I stick it on my YouTube channel? I caught a figure of a, looked like me to a face, so I stuck it on there, and a couple of people says it was a brilliant capture what I caught. I don't know if anyone else spotted it, but I caught it last night. Just caught a glimpse of my eye, and I was like, what's that? It's on like a bedroom window, and I thought, well, no one's in there, because normally when she sets up all the cameras, they was downstairs in the living room, no one else is in the house, and a face appeared at the top of the window. So I took a picture and I stuck it on my YouTube page. But that's amazing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it might be Grumpy or somebody, huh?
Something like that.
Does it look like a human face? Does it look demonic? You know, like
no, a human face.
Interesting.
So
has Rose seen it?
The thing is, if it's
I ain't got a clue.
If it was on the window, then it could have been someone like poking it. You know, I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it isn't, but someone could have been, because Rose has said sometimes that she's had, you know, like people stalking her and like, you know, looking through her window and stuff like that. And she had to have the police involved, yeah. Now, you know, depends on what kind of area she lives in. You know, someone could just been trespassing and sticking their face through the window. I'm not saying that. It could be a spirit, kind of like manifesting, and don't get a shining reflection can hold or show a spirit face, like a mirror, for instance, yeah. the mirror is classed as one way of opening a portal, and that's the way they do travel through mirror to mirror to mirror. Not all the time, but other ways. You can open portals any other kind of way. Like there could be a portal in the middle of this room, for I know, and I wouldn't know about it, unless like a spirit manifested in front of me. Last night I captured a Connect on my Xbox Connect again last night, and I just was able to save it luckily, because the first attempt when I did capture one, it was there for like 3 minutes, but the damn video didn't save on my tablet, so I had to install the settings and save it on the actual tablet main drive, and it was an 8-minute one, and the video, the actual capture didn't show until like 6.5 minutes into the video. But that was a Xbox Connect capture, and that was near the door. And I've always said I always keep seeing figures near the door. So do I have a portal near the door? Possibility. I'm not saying I do. I'm not saying I don't. But there's a big possibility that I'm, like I'll either catch it near the door or in the mirror. I've never really caught anything on the window. Not amazing, but people have said on my streams, especially Uric, he has seen faces in the window. So yeah, I would say there's a big possibility that spirits can show themselves on a reflected surface, whether it being a mirror, a window. You might even get something show themselves on something glossy, like a fridge or TV or something,
Yeah, Rose will have to look at it.
Yeah, definitely. If you can have a look at it and leave a comment and see what you think, it'd be amazing if you do leave your comment and see what you think of it. But personally, I think it's a face, but someone else could make it something different. But if you can have a look at it and see what you think, that'd be brilliant. You can check it out.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it tomorrow.
Yeah, Rose will definitely know for sure, because if she says, "Oh my God, that looks like Grumpy," well, then he'll be like, "Hell yeah!"
Well, Steve,
you're still on Jason. You might want to take it off him.
Oh,
people are saying they're just watching him.
So the thing is, as I said, and I don't know if Jason would probably agree with me, but you can get spiritual faces showing themselves on reflection surfaces. I've even seen a spirit face in a puddle of water. I've even caught the actual image on camera when I was over at Jordan's Wood during the daytime. I went to visit my sister and my mum, and I just said, "Can we go up Jordan's Wood? Just have a walk around," which we did do. It's broad daylight. The day before it had been raining very hard, so we didn't go that day. We went the next day. And I took my camera with me, and I was just walking around, and for some reason I wanted to take pictures of puddles on the main pathways, and when I got back and looked at them, you could see faces in them. You could actually see like ITC faces of people's faces in puddles. Why I got them, I don't know, but I got them. So I reckon if they want to show themselves, they will try to show themselves in the best way they can, I suppose, and that's more in a reflected surface, because it's very hard and very rare to get like a full-blown apparition on a still camera, although I have. I've got many, but most of mine have been in like reflected surfaces, mainly mirrors and even on the TV reflection. So I'm pretty sure they can show themselves on a glass, like window.
Yeah, it's anything. I mean, it's really debatable, because I know the scientists will say it's all just our brains making sense of nonsense, and faces are really easy to do that because we've had to recognize a friendly face for millions of years. So that's what they say. But to me, it's just like ghost boxing, to where they are somehow manipulating energy, forms of energy. And so it's just the same thing, man. Who's to say they're not manipulating the light energy, that certain people see faces and other people don't see faces, but those faces are actually there, and they're just seeing it because their brain is like a specialized ghost box.
It'd be
Jason's
very
gotta-
interesting.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. It'd be very interesting. Some of these spirit box, when they tune into the station, it'd be very interesting if they took the aerial out, then do a sweep. Do it that way, because that'd be more better. Because when they sometimes do these spirit boxes and they got the aerial up, like you say, you're tuning into, well, skipping radio frequency. But it'd be very interesting if they did have a spirit box but took the aerial out, then did a scan. Then that would be very interesting if they picked up anything like that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what the diehard paranormal researchers do. They'll even go a step further and put it into a Faraday cage, so that neglects any chance of any radio waves. Yeah, I mean that's the most scientific way, and people have still received EVP and voices through ghost boxes that way. It's just not as popular because it takes more time. It takes a lot more patience. You might not get anything for days on end, and so people want the radio. I think it's just easier for people. There's really two schools of thought. There's the kind with ghost boxes that like extra noise, extra white noise, extra voices, and then there's people that don't want any extra anything. Dead radio.
I can't do that, Jason.
I guess a microwave can work too. If you don't have a Faraday cage, you can put a ghost box and like a recording device in the microwave, and that will block radio waves too, supposedly.
Another thing I was going to say, I remember watching a video a while back actually where someone actually mentioned that they saw a face in a clock. Now, don't forget, a clock has a reflection to it because the background of it. Give me some of that, Jason. What size is that? 15 inch? 20 inch?
That's what she said.
I can barely eat a 10 inch some of the time, man. I'm not eating today, actually, either. So.
Bacon and banana peppers.
Bake? Disgusting banana. So, yeah, like, people I've actually saw a video where they actually caught an image of a face in the clock, which is kind of like amazing because, like, the clock background is supposed like, if you look at a TV screen, the TV screen is blackened out. Now, a clock has got like partially blackened out because the actual backing and like the dials and the thing, and it's acting like a reflection. Like, right, and those actually caught a face in that. So anything with some kind of reflection, I suppose, can actually allow you to catch something through.
Yeah, well, and with video ITC, you go frame by frame. You record like a long 10-minute session of the screen doing all that crazy recording itself phenomena, and when you go frame by frame, you can see all sorts of faces and shapes. And hell, on one of them, it looked like the profile of Abraham Lincoln that I caught. It was crazy, with beard and nose and everything. It looked like our pennies, how the penny has its profile. So was that Abraham Lincoln? I don't know. I know a scientist will say, no, your brain is just making sense of nonsense, which, you got to give some leeway to that. That does make sense. But we also are living in a crazy universe that are surrounded by complete emptiness, darkness that may go on forever, flying through this. And as we know right now, there's no other intelligent life out there except us. We're the most intelligent thing, supposedly. Even though I think they're out there, but you can't prove it. There's no scientific proof that there's anything more smarter than us in this world, in this universe, or this world.
I know what's on my bloody screen. It's still got.
Well, don't forget, the universe out there is a big, massive space. They ain't gone out of space to explore and this, that, the other.
Exactly. I'm in the infinite field. After years of doing my own research, I think the universe is infinite. I think it's been around infinitely, and that we live, since it's infinite, there's infinite Earths, and there's infinite suns, and there's infinite everything. So there's literally us doing infinite things. And then on top of that, there's dimensions, and there's infinite versions of those. So it's just this crazy cornucopia of infinity. That's what I think.
Hungry, Jason. Look how big the chunks they got, man.
I remember when Jason sent Rick a pizza when he was doing a live stream at the Sally House. You remember that, Jason?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That was a couple years ago.
And he was there with Tim Wood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he was around that Sally House for a while and then did whatever later. So.
They banged on the door really loudly. Because I told him to.
Yeah, we could
He
hear. I
thought
could
the
hear it.
cops were there.
I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. It's showing Ian just then it showed Rusty. Just give it a few minutes. Let it, like, cycle, then you'll be able to see everyone talking at the moment.
But going back to just visual ITC, I mean, we just have to experiment with it and kind of don't say yes or no. Just experiment with it and then present our results, because we don't know what we're playing with. We don't know what we're dealing with. The universe is big. We've barely scratched the surface of what stuff is. Hell, we've only been flying and have had electricity for roughly 120 years. So it's like we aren't that advanced. There's still so much to learn.
Well, and they trying to build to people to live in space.
I'm sure there's all sorts of. I haven't heard about it in months, but there was that really cool Mars mission where people were signing up for some private corporation to be a one-way trip to Mars and be the first human.
That's it.
I wonder if there's. I haven't seen anything about that in the last year or two. I don't know if it's still going on.
And you've got to be a billionaire to sign up.
No, I think they would take anybody, but you'd have to. You couldn't be just anybody, but I don't think you had to be rich necessarily to go. But yeah, I'm sure you had to be physically adept, not a lunatic. You had to go through some sort of psych analysis. I'm really curious if that's happening, because I saw an interview with people that were being interviewed and they were excited. They were like really looking forward to it. That's a wild thought.
It reminds me of that program, Lost in Space. That was interesting.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of cool sci-fi, Star Trek and other sci-fi stuff where.
Oh yeah, Star Trek's wicked.
Yeah, they'll stumble upon our generation spacecraft that went through some wormhole and it's out like in some other crazy parcel of space. And yeah, that's a really cool idea. And who's to say that hasn't happened? Other Apollo missions, unknown missions that have happened.
That was on TV today. Lost in Space. Watching it. Bit boring nowadays. Unpronounceable. You want to come on? There's the Hangout link. Unpronounceable. I can't remember his name, but he was a guy who spoke about exorcisms the other day.
Yeah, that's a fascinating topic.
All right, he's going to pass. All right, fair enough. No worries.
Good pizza.
You're not going to eat all that, are you, Jason?
I don't know.
My God.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Live life on the edge.
They've got to be at least a 20-incher, because I can barely just eat like a 10-inch.
It's 16-inch, I think.
16?
Yeah.
I'll probably be, if that was mine, I'll probably eat half and leave the other half till tomorrow. But
you should take some pictures of it, Jason. Try to get some ITC. See if you can get some faces in the cheese.
The thing is with pizza, I don't like eating cold pizza, and I don't like reheating it. But I don't like wasting it either. So sometimes I do eat a cold pizza the next day if I bleed some. But when it's cold, it kind of like tastes rubbery sometimes.
Oh.
How much did that cost you?
Like $16.
$1 an inch.
Was that delivered free?
Was it what?
Delivered free.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you order a pizza over here, you've got to have over the limit. Like
same here. Yeah.
Yeah, they usually just put the surcharge in it.
If it's
Yeah.
like,
Some places have delivery charges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because sometimes if I order pizza, I've got to make sure it's over £15 to actually have free delivery. If it's like £10, then I've got to pay £1.50 delivery.
Do you think spirits enjoy it when we eat? Do you think they come around and like smell it and watch, or do you think they hate it? Just like, oh, they're eating again, those lucky sons of guns.
I actually asked Debbie that one day, and she goes, "There are certain foods that they do like, like to like. They don't eat it as like we do. They eat the aroma. The aroma is like an energy as well, apparently. So like they're eating the smell of it,
Yeah, I wonder if they experience like nostalgia and stuff like that.
So it's
The
like
smell.
when Debbie keeps saying to me, "Steve, make coffee. Go make your coffee." Because it's relaxing me, it's also putting energy into me, and they use that energy, which I'm drinking for coffee, to communicate with me, don't we?
Yeah, cigarettes and coffee. On many of my sessions, I would get them talking about that. So that's something that the spirits either crave still, or that they really like to be around still. But yeah, man, I got a lot of like smoke, like talking about cigarettes and coffee. You want some coffee? Coffee. Talking about the different kinds. What kind of coffee you like? Yeah, no, it's well. It makes sense because a lot of people wake up and smoke a cigarette and drink a cup of coffee and then continue to do that throughout their entire day. So, especially in the olden times.
20 pounds? That's like $25 US.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
$25 for a 15-inch pizza over there?
No, over it's like £20 for a 16-inch over here.
That's like $25 here.
Yeah. Well, don't
That's
forget,
a
we're
lot.
in the UK. We're in London. Seriously, in London, it's bloody expensive. Yeah. If I was like down in Kent or say Wales or up north somewhere, it'd be cheaper.
Yeah, London. It's like New York City over here. The big cities are always so much more expensive to live in.
So I could go down to Kent and probably buy a kebab, which chicken or lamb kebab, like for probably about £5, £5.50. Up here, it's like £7.
Yep.
We get charged an extra 15%. I'm just waiting until he says, "Oh, that's it. I'm full." That's it, that picture he's got left. we should do like what's that bloody thing I'm trying to think of? Oh God, what is it? I can't think of the bloody name. It's not like a sponsor. It's like, if you can eat a whole pizza, like, within 5 minutes, then we pay for the pizza itself.
Yeah, like one of those challenges. Yeah.
That's a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I challenge you to eat a 20 pizza in 5 minutes and see if you can do it or not. I tell you,
I have seen a challenge where you eat a pizza with chili on it, and then you pass it on to a friend. They do it on YouTube, and then they nominate another person on YouTube to do the same challenge what you do, with spicy pizza, and then they got to do it, and then so forth. You know what I mean? What you were saying, a challenge.
then you've got to like have a list of like chilies, spices, and like each person's got to have a stronger chili or spice on it.
That's it. That's it.
More and more.
I start off with like the very mild one, and then you go to the one which is like so hot and burning, like
Yeah.
sometimes I watch that Man versus Food, and he's gone to some places where your chili's so hot, like it's probably about 50 times as hot as like a normal chili is, and he's had to sit there and eat it, and you can see the sweat pouring down him. You see his face going red. He's drinking ice cold drinks.
Yeah, ghost pepper. Ghost
exactly.
pepper.
That's the name. I was trying to think of the name. Yeah, the ghost pepper, the North Carolina ghost pepper, or something like that. Yeah.
Never had any of those.
They got
Neither have I.
ones of that.
Mm.
the hellfire pepper as well they got.
Dude, forget that, man. That's what police put. They put all that stuff in pepper spray and stuff too, because it'll just make your eyes seal shut. Yeah, forget that. Who's the humans that walked around? They're eating stuff off the land. They find this one plant and it sets their mouth on fire, and they're like, "Ooh, this is good. Let's put it in food." Like, who the hell? What a bunch of crazy humans we were.
He's making me so. I've not eaten at all today. I'll tell you honestly, I've not eaten at all. What I have got is my ginger nuts, which I was going to eat, dip in my coffee, but I don't fancy them now. So what I'm going to do is wait until the morning, and then when I come back from my appointment in the afternoon, come back and get something to eat. I get my normal chicken and chips, but extra chicken, like 4 wings and maybe a hamburger as well. I'm going to pick myself out tomorrow if I can afford it.
He's definitely making you hungry on there, Steve.
Yeah. I should kick him off my site to make me hungry. Well, that's it. Jonathan, you're banned from here now because you're making me hungry. You're making my viewers hungry. You're making their mouth water. But yeah, I'm still kind of amazed how much they're selling that gold for, with an EMF, £125.
Yep.
Gosh, I could build them for about 40 quid. I might do that in the new year, build my own one. I'm not going to do porcelain one. I'm going to get the old plastic type ones and do it that way, because plastic's going to be a lot more easy to cut and drill into than the porcelain ones are going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, if you put the lights in her eyes, you could have one eye indicate like a low hit, and then both eyes flashing like a strong hit or something. That'd be cool.
Well, the one I saw on YouTube earlier, because I was just doing a quick YouTube hit as well, a guy's got an actual positive negative in the eyes, which is a static meter. So, if it's positive, the right eye will light up. If it's negative, the left eye will light up. So that's like the static detector. And on the front, this one's got, it is similar to the one they want the eBay actually. Then you've got the LEDs, which is the actual, the REM pod DC box kind of configuration. But what they haven't got is the antenna. So how it's actually lighting up is like the spirit.
Yeah, where's the sensor? Is it deep inside? Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Yeah, the doll's actually physically got to be touched for it to light up.
Where could you maybe put like 2 external wire sensors that are run down the arms or something? Because you'd think they would touch the arms or the hands of the doll.
I'm full.
Congratulations. Mission accomplished.
You've still got 2 pieces left, beer man. And
there's still 3. There's 3 of them.
3, right, then you still got 3. Come on. Eat them.
Send it to us. Send us your scraps. We're your peasants.
Yeah, I send it to him. He doesn't mind if it gets them mouldy.
It get here faster than over there, that's for sure.
Send it in the mail.
Send it in the mail. Overnight it, so it doesn't get smelled.
You could try to email it, but I don't think that would work. Just try to shove it into your computer. See if you can email it.
It might call you everything all smudged up and disgusting. You could ask the spirit to eat it and teleport and spit it out.
Come and puke it out. It
ain't going to come out like a pizza itself. It's going to come out all mushy and yucky and.
Oh, my static Ouija board didn't get here yet.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. It's been over a month.
I don't think it's going to turn up, man.
Can you track it? Do you know where it is?
Well, there's a tracking. There's a tracking number. It just hasn't been shipped.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, because he's building your hopes up. I suppose. I'm thinking, well, give him a tracking number.
No, he told me he made it after the first 2 days. He already built it, and then He said, "Well, it should be shipped out soon. Oh yeah, be shipped out. It should be show movement by Monday. Oh yeah."
It's just still sitting at his house.
Huh?
Yeah. Damn. Well, hopefully soon.
Probably rich you off the $300 or whatever it is.
I paid for the fastest shipping method. I paid for the express build, the fastest build time, and everything.
You want to try and find out who's actually bought them off him and how long it took them to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I paid $20 extra for the faster build time, and then I paid $10 extra for priority shipping and all that. No, it was off the Paranologies website.
Yeah, what you want to go and look at his feedback. There's feedback on now. And see what people said about his so-called Ouija board and shipping, and if they've been happy with the device and how long it's taken them for it to come through. Because some websites have like a forum, like a blog, where people can give them ideas on how to upgrade things and if there's any bugs and stuff like that. But knowing them, they could probably look through the feedback and think, no, hang on, no, we're going to delete that one.
All the feedback looks, I think it's all 5 stars feedback on the website.
Yeah, but they can create that themselves. You want to actually contact some of them and ask them where the hell, if they got theirs on time.
I think it all depends. I think it all depends how many the orders, what that guy's got to do, and how much shipping he's got to put out. And probably that's why it's probably a bit delayed, because all the orders what he's got to do, and then the orders what he's got to send out.
Yeah, but the thing is, I said that to Jason the other day. Maybe he's going to build 10 and send all 10 out in one go, which is going to be a lot easier for him. Yeah, because if I was continued building these, which I haven't done for 2 years, if I had 10 orders, I'd rather wait until I built the 10 to send them out. I wouldn't really want to keep going to the post office and just shipping one out, every day kind of thing. It's going to cost, fuel money.
Yeah. Well, and if he's doing it by himself, if it's just one guy, who knows? Maybe he's in the hospital. Maybe he went out and got drunk over the weekend and he's sitting in jail right now. Who knows?
Well, I think I think he's by himself doing. Well, he might have another person or two. I don't know, but I think my order was 3,142, and now he's on order 3,200 and something.
Oh, you can look at that. Okay, yeah. So he's made 60 cents. Okay,
maybe 100 since then. Yeah. Orders have come in since my order, or after my order, something like that. I don't know.
All right. Well, I hope it works out. Dang.
Oh, he's going to give support if it don't fucking work, or he gets a problem with it.
No, he said there's a warranty. If something breaks on it, you can send it back.
You send it back and be waiting another 6 months for it to fix it.
Send it out Monday.
Well, I don't know.
Of 2023.
Well,
yeah, you gotta see what happens, I guess. Yeah, that's why I haven't ordered a lot of personal one-on-one stuff from the internet, because of just it's sketchy to me. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
That's why, when I bought the my Xbox Connect chair, most of the reviews were spot on, perfect. But the last 3 I didn't bother looking at, because I knew just looking through his reviews, he had sold quite a few, and in his listing said that he sold hundreds of them. Yeah, and I'm thinking, well, if he sold hundreds and he's got 300 feedback and he's been selling them, then maybe so, kind of thing. So, hang on, what's this? So, well, you got to respect the moderators. If they don't think that person should be here, then they shouldn't be here. They get timed out, and if they continue doing what they do, they don't get a second time out. They get kicked and booted and blocked. So, I leave it up to my moderators, and if I think the moderator's been a bit too mean, then I'll say it myself. But now that Donald Trump has been in here causing problems in the past, trolling, so yeah, well, good luck to him. He's been kicked now. But yeah, going back to the Xbox Connect thing, yeah, which I did order, and you know, the first week he said, "Oh yeah, you know, it's practically built. You know, I'll be sending it out, you know, on X day, you know, kind of thing." I said, "Oh, right, that'd be cool." And here comes the trolls. Here comes. Oh, I ain't worried about the trolls anyway. So like, I said to him, like, well, you know, I'm going to pay the extra. Can you send it out X day? And he said, yeah, I can do that. And that X day turned up, and it didn't turn up. So I emailed him, and I never got a response. And I thought, well, why am I getting no response? And like, I noticed that 2 other people had already ordered as well after that I ordered. So I was, there ain't no way you can actually contact people through eBay to see if they got their order or not. Yeah. So I contacted eBay. I said, look, you know, I've emailed the guy, and I've just looked at his feedback and just noticed that his last 3 feedback, people never received it, or there was a problem with it, and he never like complied with the emails, or, you know, sorted out the issue. And I said, well, because he's got negative feedback, it don't mean nothing, you know, because he has, like, you know, got like near 100%. But yeah, we can understand the last 3. Because if he ain't received it within like a certain time, then we'll step in, and that's what I do. So I never received it, and I ended up building my own one.
Yeah.
Where was it from? Where is it from?
The one I ordered was off eBay, but it never arrived. And 2 other
eBay?
people either.
You ordered this one off like a actual site, huh, Jason?
Yeah, the Paranologies website.
Yeah, that's at Paranologies.
Yeah.
Are they someone new? I don't think I've heard of them.
What is?
The Paranologies. Have they been around?
They've been
a while?
Yeah.
A
few years, probably. Yeah.
Sounds familiar, but I don't. I'm not as familiar with them as some of the other companies, like Chicago Spirit.
Oh, actually, no, they've been around for, I think, longer than that. Maybe several years. I think several years.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them out there that they just don't get the notification or notoriety, I should say, because they don't go on the TV shows. Infamy, another word. That's cool, man. I mean, it sounds like it'll work out. You never know what'll happen. I wouldn't quite worry yet, but yeah, I can understand why there is some. I think it's a fascinating idea, and I'm looking forward to, if and when it comes in, to checking it out, seeing what it does.
I like to see what it's like, but I don't think I'd pay like $300 for a Ouija board. Because it's possibly a way that, you know, you could even, if you was into electronics like I used to be, but I'm not no more, there might be a way that I could probably build one as well. It's all just down to motion sensors, isn't it, really? Because all it's doing is that when...
Well, no, it's static.
Yeah.
The 2 light bulbs on each side are on static, and the static will trigger it, and the wheel will stop and light up at a certain letter as it's spinning around.
That's awesome. I mean, in theory, it makes perfect sense, you know, because all of this is just energy manipulation anyway. So, yeah, why not? It should work.
Is it one of them boards what's got 2 lights on it? Them Ouija boards, what you're on about, and it spins around, and then I think I know. I think I've seen them. What I heard of them, they're pretty good. So I watched some YouTube channels over here what uses them. If I'm thinking the one what you're going to buy, I think they had good results of them.
What channel? I haven't seen it. I've only seen one channel use it once.
If it has been the one what I'm thinking about, it's got 2 light bulbs and then it spins around like a thingy. Then
with the letters on the wheel.
That's it. That's it. And it lights up on that certain there. Yeah, I think I know which one you're on about. I'm trying to figure out the channel names. Ghost of Britain. I seen
Yeah,
it
that was the only
on
one I saw use it. That was the only channel I
Ghost
saw
of
use
Britain. I think Paranormal Voice had it on their channel.
Oh yeah, because she has the Poltercom too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a few months she had that. I don't know if she's still
Yeah.
using it now. But you get that one. I think they did have good results on the one. What you're going to buy?
Well, I don't know.
Time will tell.
Is it under the Ghost Stop website or Paralogic itself? Because I'm going on Paralogic and I can't find one at the moment.
What is?
The Ouija board is under the
No, it's only on Paranologies.
Paranologies. Oh,
That's it. That's the only website it's on. And then there's one guy who lists some on eBay. Duke Senior on eBay. But he gets them from Paranology, so he waits for them too. It takes just as long if you were to order it on eBay. Yeah. It's only Paranologies with that.
How big is it? Is it about the size of a normal Ouija board?
No, it's like maybe 8 inches wide. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, significantly smaller.
it's called a gyroscope. Is that what you're on about?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
This is the one I'm going to show on the side chat. It's not even like a proper size Ouija board. It's only like probably 10 inches, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Christ, to pay that much money for one of those, that's ridiculous. And he's using valves.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, he's using valves on it. 80 batteries. I reckon that could probably each be made.
Oh yeah, I mean, just the basic idea of the technology being used could be manufactured into all sorts of different looks and fashions and.
Well, you think you could make? Could you make one? Steve?
I was gonna say I couldn't, but if you know what you're doing,
Could
you know
Steve
what's
make
inside,
one?
yeah.
Could Steve make one
Nah.
with some static sensors and light bulbs?
Right? Isn't
and
it the same
wheel?
stuff as the DC box? The same kind of static?
I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know. I never heard of this until the
I'm
last
also
week or
looking
so.
at this one, the Pendulux. And all that it does, it's like a pendulum. And I suppose it's like a sensor.
Oh, I've seen that. I don't know what that does. I don't know.
I think what that is just like when it scans over like a yes, no, don't know, whatever. I suppose like there might be sensors underneath the letters, and when the pendulum moves over to it, it'll light up that sensor.
It's very strange. The letters D, K, M. Like, what is that? I know what the Y and the N are, but what is the M and the DK for? That's peculiar.
Mal.
I don't know. What's the DK? Donkey Kong?
No, don't know. DKs don't know, innit?
I don't know. Yeah, that's weird because normal pendulum just is the alphabet, right? I don't think I've ever seen one like that.
No, I do like the gyroscope, but I won't pay £300 for it. $300, no way.
Yeah, that's whatever people are into, you know. Whatever floats people's boat, I'm all for.
Yeah.
So is there any other kind of new tech that's come out in the last few months, a year, that's like bleeding edge of the paranormal research field, or is it just still basically talking boards and ghost boxes and EVP cameras? Nothing new, I guess. I asked that because I haven't watched a damn paranormal show in a long time, so I don't know what's really going on.
No, pretty much that's all what's come out, and the build these new spirit boxes. That's all what's come out. What I've been watching. I don't know what else.
The last literal thing that I saw that to me I thought was really neat, and I never heard anybody do it, was one of the last Ghost Adventure shows I saw from a year or two ago. Was Bill Chappell. It was a new one at the time. Bill Chappell, their science guy, their tech guy, he somehow rigged up an EVP recording device to a laser beam, and they were using a laser beam to try to capture EVP. And I never seen anybody do that before. I never even heard of it. And I only saw the episode once, and it was, to me, that was bleeding edge. Like, nobody was doing that kind of stuff. And so I was curious if that somehow took off and anybody heard of that. But
now you know why they don't have to pay out for equipment. They get someone built it for them, and they try it on their show, and that's how they get the work out there.
Yeah, exactly. And they have one of the best guys, Bill Chappell. I mean, I honestly think he's one of the most sincere and brightest minds in the field, the quote unquote field.
What's he building now? What's he building?
I don't know. That's why I was kind of asking, because last thing I heard was he was building a laser beam EVP detection device, and that was brand new. And in my own research, I never heard anybody doing that kind of stuff. So it must be something along those lines, like just new technologies with lasers and who knows what. Star Trek beams.
What about a giant static Ouija board? Like 10 times the size.
Like the size of a house.
Someone could probably build it, but what are you gonna need a Ouija board 10 times?
In theory, that isn't
like meet up, and you're gonna have like 20 people around it.
No, it would be no, it's better to prove something because nobody's touching it.
Exactly. Well, have you guys
there's
seen,
no ideomotor effect coming in.
Exactly.
Out of your subconscious mind.
Exactly. And
so you would have to be telepathically transmitting the message from your head. If relevant responses, direct answers start coming up on it as it lights up the letters. Right?
Well, in Stranger Things, in the first season, she puts Christmas lights on the wall and does an alphabet, and that sounds like what this Ouija board, this talking board, this
really?
Static one. Yeah, you haven't seen that? Okay, yeah. In the first season of Stranger Things, the mom is trying to communicate with somebody. I won't give any spoilers, but so she strings up Christmas lights on a wall, like lines on a paper, and then alphabetizes each light, and then the light would light up for what they were speaking. Really cool. And that's what the static talking board reminds me of. So in theory, you could do something like that, which is Christmas lights or something. You know what I mean? Like,
how do you do it with Christmas lights?
She was experiencing true supernatural stuff, so they were able to manipulate energy, no problem. So I don't know. I'm not an engineer, man, but this is stuff that people, I think, need to look more into, because to me, it feels like the paranormal field has been kind of stagnant for the last 5 years to a decade, and that's what Bill Chappell would excite me with these crazy laser beam ideas and stuff, and and that static board.
Hello, Nigel.
Oh.
Right, Nigel. Thank you.
You should try that, Jason. You should. I think it's like, I can't remember the episode. I think it's like episode 4 or something. If you can check it out, you can see what she does. You might be able to just YouTube it and do like Stranger Things Christmas lights, and she might have a clip of it to show you what it looks like.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Nigel. He's gone quiet. Thanks for your donation yesterday. That this tablet is still not cleared the cache on the fucking thingy yet. Actually, I'm just gonna close it down. But
hey, Nigel, welcome, dude.
It's still not cleaned. The junk on the tablet, and I've had that running an hour, and it still hasn't cleaned it.
Good old computers, gotta love them.
Yeah. Well, I had the money. I throw this one in the fucking bin.
So I guess we're at the point with computer technology that we can migrate the old joke of women can't live with them, can't live without them, and now it can just become computers can't live with them, can't live without them. That'll be the 21st century version of that joke.
If we get one of those things that happen where it wipes out every electronic on the planet, on the Earth, we will definitely be going back to Stone Age times.
I want that to happen.
We'll have to go out and start trading bear skins and hides for the things that we need.
Yeah, I'll become a beaver trader and go live in the bush.
Anyway, set your traps up. Get the old what are they called? Rudcats or whatever.
Yeah, the rucksacks.
Not the rucksacks. The rudcats. It's like a rat or something in it. Rudcats, whatever it's called. Get the old rats. The old all the beavers, the otters. Start trading with those, making your own clothes.
Dude, you want to hear an interesting, I don't know how 100% accurate this is, but I just saw a documentary last night about beaver trading, and they said why beaver trading blew up was because of the fancy people in England and in the Eastern United States. They wanted these hats, and they used the felt from beaver fur to make these fancy hats. So fashion actually drove the beaver hunting trade. I didn't know that. I thought they used it for like all sorts of
like 17th, 19th century when the old Texans and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, they used it for a bunch of other stuff, but supposedly hats, male hats, like those fancy top hat thingies, was the main driving force of beaver furs. That's crazy. I didn't know that. So fashion, good old fashion.
Hi, Blaze.
Hello.
Pizza man.
No, I've got to have a cut back to the Christmas. It's your fault, Jason. Make me hungry. Chips.
He's playing with his balls.
Chicken flavour, roast chicken flavour, and smoky bacon.
Oh, where's your cheese balls?
I've eaten them. I've got beef balls.
I've heard so.
Yeah, that's when
the only thing what I couldn't live out with my old CB. If I ain't got no phone, I could trust my old CB to get in contact with people.
Yeah. No, exactly. That'll probably be how humanity has to like regroup, is using that technology. You're talking about if like an EM pulse. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I've got beef balls. You didn't believe me, did you? Beef balls. Nah.
CB radios are awesome. I got to play with one when I was a kid. My grandpa was a truck driver, and so I got to learn the ropes and the breaker 19 and all that stuff. Those are so cool.
I'm after a Cobra. They're nice, the Cobras.
Are they just the kind of like the Cadillac of the radios?
Yeah, that's it.
Good way to look at it. Yeah, it sounds like a fancy brand. Yeah, see, you should get a CB radio. See, I'm kind of surprised you haven't.
I had CB radios when I was younger.
But I mean, now, like with your experiments, I'm kind of surprised you haven't maybe tried to do
something. I was
something.
actually looking at one about a year ago, but the thing is, you've got to.
What?
That was manual scan. You really want a digital one, more like a ham radio, but they're fucking expensive, man.
Yeah, I know nothing about them.
Over here, you still need a license, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think, that's a good point. I think you might need one here, too.
Oh, I have a tube radio in the closet, but I need to replace the power cord on it.
One of those old school ones. Nice.
Wait. What?
Is it expensive to get a power cord?
Amateur radio, you don't need a license. Depends what kind of band you're going up to. Then you would need a license. Depends what band you're on.
I've got like one with a scanner, but the battery comes flat, and I need to charge the battery up. When I did try that before, I'm just going to get. There comes Jason with more technology.
Yeah, that looks really fancy.
He's getting his own bowls out.
Okay, so it's not too old. Yeah.
So I've still got my little black and white TV with the batteries on it, man. I've got to put that 10 Type 2 batteries in. Bloody what? That really expensive.
Yeah, it looks like a 90s radio. You should be able to get, I would imagine, get a cord for it pretty easy.
90s? No, this is from like the 40s.
30s.
What?
Yeah.
That's really out there.
I can't tell then.
Change your glasses.
Oh, I see. No, okay. I had to get it up bigger. Yeah, okay. Transoceanic.
Yeah, and you get stations in from all over the world.
That is very, very nice. That is very nice.
So everything works except it doesn't have power cord.
You had a new power cord.
Yeah, you have to go to your local electronics shop and see if they can rig it.
No, there's someone that can. Yeah. Oh, in the back of it. Shoot, how's the back open up?
You hit it with the hammer.
How did the back open up? Oh.
That's weird how it was designed to travel. I wonder if it was used for a band or something. Because that's not like a normal house stuff. It just
there it goes. There's the back.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, you should have said I couldn't got you some.
Yeah, it's a tube radio. It's inside of it.
That's beautiful.
I reckon
it is.
I reckon that could be more.
See, it just needs a new power cord right in here. Power cord attached to it.
That's a smoke
It'll work fine.
Take it to your local electronics and ask them they can put one on.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's all it is. It's just an old tube radio station, isn't it?
Yep. Did you find it at the shop?
I got it. I got it a few months ago.
That's nifty. How heavy is it?
I don't know, like 30, 40 pounds.
Oh, wow, really? So it's kind of heavy.
I don't know.
Well, depends if it's wooden or metal. If it's metal, it's going to be more heavy, I suppose.
It's definitely made for travel, so I'm very curious to what the original owners used it for. Some traveling band or something, who knows? Bunch of traveling hillbillies.
But I want to see how it sounds for spirits.
Jason's going to walk around the streets with it on his shoulder.
Yeah, like a boombox.
Yeah.
The portable boombox, yeah. So you think about it, years ago, everything used to be manual dial, but now it's like digital, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if he did get that working, it'd have to be manual dial in there, I think.
Have to do what?
I said if you got that working, it'd be manual dial, wouldn't it? It's not digital.
No, it's manual, yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to be manual dialing it all the time.
Yeah. Manual.
I think it's like Proving Demons. He does manual dials, down here on some of these ghost boxes.
What do you think about his work, Steve? Proving Demons.
I've never had a problem with the guy, and I do like watching some of these videos, but I don't watch them all. Because I've got so many people I've subscribed to. You know, I've probably got more subscribed than I've actually got subscribers, you know, because I just like watching other people's channels.
That's it, yeah.
And the thing is, I don't get to watch every single channel. Like, you know, I know Riley had his channel taken down the second time, apparently, but it's back up again. And I did leave a comment on his channel yesterday. You know, the main ones I like watching, but I don't do that much because they're going, you know, from place to place and trying to find better locations. I suppose that's Living Dead Paranormal. The one I gave all that gear
They're
to.
quite good, they are.
No, they done the haunted Emily's room last time, and sometimes it does take a couple months to go. Well, it takes X amount of time to go there. Do the interview, do the actual investigation, come back, do all the video editing. It takes by a month or so to actually get a video up. I do like watching them. I like watching Rose, Jason, but the thing is with people live in different countries, it's hard to actually watch them because the time difference. No, we need to sleep, need to build up our energy. If I'm not tired, then I'll probably go and watch them. But if I'm too tired, I won't watch them. Hello, Andy. I'll send you an invite. Hold on.
Has there been any?
Over here, it's only 6 right now.
Yeah, it's only 4 where I'm at.
10
past 11.
So is there any brand new ghost hunting TV shows, like brand new teams or anything that's come out? Or is there still just like Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures and the same groups in popular media right now? Does anyone know?
I've noticed there's been a lot more kind of TV programs coming on, like about ghost hunting, like My Haunted Home, My Haunted, Scary Paranormal, and other kind of weird stuff. But
yeah. Like I know Nick Roth from Ghost Adventures, he broke off and did his own show. I can't remember the name of it now, but that was an interesting one. Him and another lady from other show, Paranormal. Katrina Wildman. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I wonder if they're still going on because that was an interesting show. I liked how it was just 3 of them, them two and a camera person.
Steve, Amber can't join. She's having trouble.
yeah, I know. Hang on, I'm trying to do it the other way. Hold on. Hang on, woman. There we go.
She must be Sagittarius.
Hello, darling.
Hello, love.
Hello, darling. Well, she's
Hello.
She ain't gonna get much.
Are you in the car?
She's in the car.
I am. I'm waiting for my other kiddo to get out of school.
Yeah, I did.
She'll get
I
home
won.
on her laptop when she gets home because she's on the phone
Yep.
at the moment.
Yeah.
A woman on the road. No.
That's all right. We used to say women dominate us men, so we're going to dominate her tonight.
Kinky.
What?
Oh, gee.
Jason's got a new doll. That's good move, isn't it? The doll,
Yeah.
the eyes are falling out from the inside of the doll. Makes you look.
Yeah, I tipped it over too far and the eyes fell out of the back of the socket.
No wonder you're alone.
I can't get them back in without taking apart the head, and then I have to glue it back on.
So what we're going to do Friday, if you're up for it, me, Amby, Jason, maybe Rosie, Sharon, do a doll session. Get one of our most
Well,
dolls.
what time Friday?
Well, it don't have to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No, Friday's good, but what time Friday?
My normal time, 10 o'clock.
So
10
that's
o'clock.
5 o'clock. Okay, 5 o'clock Eastern. I might be back. I might not be back till 5:30.
All right.
I won't be home till like 7 Jason's time.
All right, we start at midnight. My time. It'll be 7 o'clock, Andy's time.
That works.
So I ain't got much to do during the weekend. So is that the same time as you, Jason? 7 o'clock. It's the same time as Amby's.
What's 7 o'clock? What?
Jason's is 10. I'm on the West Coast. He's on the East Coast.
All right.
10. What? Wait, no.
That would be 7 for you if it's midnight his time. That's 7 for you. That's 4 for me. That's perfect.
No. If it's just midnight, it's 7 for me.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah.
Is pizza drunk?
As long as her kids are all out of school by then.
The last one gets out at 3:30.
Right. Don't want to rush you to sleep. You've got to go home, have your tea,
So there's an 8-hour difference between the West Coast and the UK.
Yep.
8 hours.
Don't know.
That's why a relationship with Steve and I could just never work.
No.
Well, that's a nice way of letting him down.
We wouldn't have a relationship with me because I'm too ugly for anyone, really.
That's rude, Steve.
How dare you?
Look, even my kid's yelling at you.
I said, I'm too ugly.
I'm
not
killing
you.
you.
I said, I'm too ugly, not your mum. Me. I could have sweet dreams about your mum, but I won't say what kind of dreams.
What the hell?
Hello and go chill, you know, and some barbecue and maybe your beer. Those kind of dreams. Perverted people use. Your mind making you think naughty things.
I'm biting my tongue so hard.
Yeah, you need to. You all need to bite your tongue. Seriously, I get people saying, "Oh, I want to come and move in with you, Steve." You know, I'm thinking, why do you want to move in with an ugly git like me? Oh, you're not ugly. You're cute. You're handsome. You're wonderful. You're such a darling. Yeah, well, you need to go and get your fucking eyes sorted out and get a new pair of glasses, people. You know, because
Yeah.
I like myself as handsome. I may have been handsome when I was younger, yeah, but not now. The old wrinkles, you know, coming under the eyebrows. Well, I'm not the eyebrows right there, but
Yeah, you have that one photo of you in that old Western get up, huh? You
Yeah,
look like a sheriff.
I wasn't a sheriff. I was I think it was Confederate general.
Mm. Well, you looked like you were ready for some business.
Hang on.
He's got some nice equipment, Jason. I can't wait to see you go when you get it.
See what?
The Ouija board.
Uh,
I've just
I
been
ain't seen this before.
I've been looking on this site.
yeah.
Some nice stuff.
Yeah,
See,
looks
I'm going
cool.
to get a bit more clear.
I'll find out when I get it.
This is the one you're talking about, Rusty. I still actually got one here. So that's when I was a younger lad with my ex-wife and my first daughter. We had that taken in a
Back in the
property shop up in London, and that cost quite a lot.
Oh, it's really cool. I love it. It looks like you were you were in that period, like you time traveled and got that picture taken. It's really
did.
cool.
You hear it?
I did.
It really did.
I've still got the time machine, but I can't let you have a use of it because
He went back in time and screwed up everything. That's why the world's how it is.
It's all your fault, Steve.
I keep telling you.
I knew it. I knew it. This whole time I knew it.
No, but I did enjoy those days. But
That's cool. Yeah. I've always wanted to. I'm not a picture person, but I've always wanted to be in one of those, but I never got a chance. I even went to an Old West place, but
these are all kind of stitched together. All what you've done, instead of putting the trousers on and the jacket like you normally do, you just like strut it in front of you, and they just kind of like paddle it at the back. You know, kind of like just stick. Well, not stitch it, but button it up at the back.
yeah.
So these ain't original clothing. These are just like reproductions.
Props. Yeah.
You know, you actually put on at the front and not at the back. So it's easy to get on and off. Well, I'd love to have been in those days, you know, like the old Wild West.
Yeah.
You know?
They used to, at those old photo galleries, they would have a giant painted mat behind them of a environment, and it would be on rollers, and they could roll it and have different sceneries go. So the people who were getting their photos taken could be like, oh, I want to be at the beach, or I want to be in the city, but they're all really indoors in the photo gallery.
Did you notice what I had in my hand there? I had a cavalry sword there as well.
Was that what that is?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it is it?
No, it's not what you're thinking, Nigel. You dirty pervert. No, the cavalry sword, the pistol was like no reproduction as well. The hat looked original, but it wasn't. In the sword, I don't think you could pull out. I think it's just like the handle stuck in the actual saber.
Yeah.
Don't meow at me. I'm going to go make my coffee in a minute, so you can go back in your chair. No, I'd love to have been in the Wild West, see what it's like. You know, we've never had the technology that we got now. You know, we lived on candlelight most of the time. I'd love to have been a bank robber. That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, supposedly the first daytime bank robbery happened during the Old West times. I don't know how accurate that is, but people did. They got real daring. You know what it is supposedly at the end of the Civil War, there was these groups of guerrilla fighters that were trained to get into places, take what they want, and leave. And after the Civil War, they were actually looked down upon, and a lot of them were taken away their citizenship and stuff like this, and so they just became gunslingers and outlaws and took their guerrilla techniques to cities and started robbing people in trains and stuff. And it's wild. And it lasted a really short time. The Wild West really wasn't around that long. Once the train from the East Coast to the West Coast was laid down, that kind of was the signifier of the end of the Wild West, the untamed West, because people could get from one coast to the other in like a week or two instead of months on it in. And it just spread like wildfire. All the pioneers across all of America.
I think the most dangerous ones when we had the Indian Wars and the gold rush, weren't it? Everyone was fighting and killing each other for the gold.
Yeah, there were some wild times especially in like my neck of the woods, in like the Rocky Mountains and all that area. It once was Mexico, so yeah, you had the Native Americans and the Mexicans all on the land when the white man, the Europeans came here. So yeah, I mean, we would kick people out or try to fight people if they weren't coming onto our land. So of course it was crazy times.
Then you had the Yanamo as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I think that signified kind of the end of the Mexican-American War, was and us claiming that border area. I think is that whole time.
So
Yeah,
it's all to do with land, isn't it? Eh? All these fights were all to do with land mostly. Now it's all religious shit.
yeah, some wild stuff. Oh, in France, I guess, because the Louisiana Purchase, like all that, there was that chunk in this kind of the south and southeastern area that was owned by France. Somehow, I don't know. How did they figure out who owns all this crap back then?
I don't know. I know we owned a few countries or some plots of land, but eventually we gave them back to the rightful owners. Can't remember what land we did own. Like, I think we own the Falklands, don't we? Still,
Yeah, still own that.
yeah, we still own that. But who is it? The Argentinians reckon it belonged to them. Because we thought the Argentinians on the Falklands, you know.
Well, in Canada, right? Because Canada is still part of the monarchy, so you guys technically, I think, own Canada still. That's a giant chunk of land.
That's where the royals got to kill all the kids and get away with it.
Wild.
Go on, Jason, say it. Go on, say it. Say it, man.
What?
Say it. Go on. You look it. Say it.
What?
I'm bored.
I'm bored.
So bored.
Because my Ouija board isn't here. My static Ouija board.
He's bored for the board.
You know, how about, I know you just bought a doll, but you can always buy other stuff like, old.
Well, I don't want to spend any more money.
Yeah.
Look.
You can always buy other stuff. But then you're spending money. Spending your money.
Look, I got the photos here, which I'm still looking at, seeing if there's anything. Look, this one is a a king. This is a king, apparently, yeah. You know, I've got like females. I've got like some of them upside down. You know, like men. No, you just don't know of any of these. Any of these can be spiritually haunted. You know, like I've seen videos where people have found photos in their attics, and they've had nothing but supernatural, paranormal activity from them. So,
all from photos.
Old photos, yeah. So
well, it's an ancient belief that photos steal your soul. There's still cultures out there that think that if someone takes a photo of you, they're taking part of your soul. Who's to say that it really isn't?
Postcards, but eventually they did put photos onto postcards.
I mean, dude, to me still, I don't know why, but just a photo in general is still kind of mind-blowing to me that we can somehow pause and save a moment of time. Like, we can't physically do anything with time around us. It's just moving forward constantly, but somehow we can pause it, put it in a picture, and put it in our billfold. It's like, that is just so wild. It still blows my mind.
You know, it just that hasn't got to be dolls and Ouija boards and pendulums. You know, this putting, you know, a lot of other things you can get, like, you know, that clock never worked. The guy said to me, those clocks don't work, and that clock started working. It stopped now because it's not wound it up, but he said when you wound that clock up, it never worked. I wound it up, didn't work, but when I decided to do a streamer clock, it started working. Why? Why would it work when I decided to do a streamer clock and it didn't work any other time? You know, it stopped now because it's probably wound down.
Even time traveler.
You know, the other things like, you know, music boxes, watches, photos, mirrors, anything with that a person is made and handed, you're putting their energy into it, yeah. And if someone particularly liked a certain object in their home, you know, there's a possibility that they could probably be attached to it in a way that it could be haunted.
Yeah. Well, I kind of lost my point of that, but the capturing the photo, the capturing that moment of time. I mean, maybe there are energies that are recorded into that photo. It's just as possible as energy being captured into a door or a bed or a Dybbuk box or whatever. You know, it's
like what Kieran said about, you know, about why do they show themselves in like a window, a mirror, you know. Well, I suppose they're trying to show themselves so they can be not so much, well, maybe I remembered, or they're trying to like draw their attention that they're around, you know. And like once you know that they're there, then you may get the activity that you're trying to get and may want to stay around and communicate with you. But some other times I reckon that even if they do get recognised that they're there, then that's all I need. You know, right? They see me, great. Now I can go. Bye. You know, that's it. Done. I just wanted them to know that I am around. It's like those pictures behind Jason. Did we know that they're not spiritually active? How old's those photos? Those picture frames? Are they originals? Are they reproductions? Even some of the reproductions could probably have spirit.
Well, they're old frames.
Yeah, let's say the frames are original and the pictures
like organic wood. Yeah.
You know, whoever built those frames, you know, has put a lot of energy into them. And that person died, you know, some of that energy is still attached to those frames.
Yeah, I mean, the passing widow could have walked up to the picture frame every day and rubbed it and looked at it and reminisced of their lost loved one and imprinted that energy into the frame itself. I tend to think that, man. I tend to think like just how we see it physically with infrareds, how we can see our handprint and heat transfer onto objects. It really makes sense that you can somehow imprint other forms of energy.
Now, what would you rather attach yourself to if you ever want to attach yourself to something? You know, I've got a lot of favourites.
Well, if I'm a spirit and I can't eat, but I can be around something I love, I'd attach myself to a pizza oven. Because I was being tortured when Jason was eating. I was trying not to say anything, but it's one of my favorite foods. So. What about you guys?
Oh, my truck. I'll run
There you
people
go.
over all day long.
Oh,
Like Christine.
What's
Yeah.
that movie? Oh God, what's that one night down the back that car, that haunted one, that movie?
Yeah, Christine. That's that haunted car. Yeah.
Just think, Ambi haunting the car, and whoever buys it, going to be spiritually like affected, I suppose. And any kind of like accidents they have, Ambi will make all repairs, spiritually, without having that person spend money on the repairs.
Oh yeah, I'm a personal mechanic.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You could make the car fixable, just like Christine.
Poor old Ambi. Imagine Steve's arse on his face.
I'll even wash the blood off myself when I'm done running people over. Like, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, you could actually process a laptop, and like that'd be crazy. Someone buys a laptop and suddenly, like the keys start typing out. That's been another true story, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they've made a couple movies kind of off that theme, like haunted laptop or haunted internet. Yeah. What about you other guys? Nigel, Kieran, what would you, if you could be something, an object, a haunted object?
I would say a ball for me. Football.
Imagine your arse getting kicked.
You're going to get in the spirits might kick you around in the spirit. Oh, let's give Dave a good kicking today.
At least I can get my own back at them. Especially if I was on the football pitch and not go in the goal.
Yeah, let's give him a kicking tonight. Yeah, let's see who's going to win. See who wins 5 out of 5. First one who wins 5, then we're the winner. I can just imagine that. Hey, there's a spirit attached to this ball. Let's give it a good kick in, see what the spirit feels like after having a good kick in. Maybe you might, possess us and give us a kicking back. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? I'd like to go and haunt Rusty's bush with him. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Sit there, rustling in the bushes every time a female walks past. What was that? We'd be sitting there sniggering. Like dirty old men, rubbing their hands, a bit like, what's that bloody TV program? Oh, God. I can't think that TV program. Steptoe and Son. So that dirty old geezers like looking up the women like.
Yeah. Well, I'd just be thankful we'd be in spirit form, or I'd be kicking you out of the bush, but there'd be room.
I said, "Oh, Rusty, come on, look, I'll pull in the girls for us,
It's so funny that that's still going.
Who are you calling pervert, Claire? I'm no pervert. Come on, I'm a nice guy. And be laughing her head off.
I am, and I am proud of it, and I fully accept that title.
What, Mrs. Pervert? Perverted female?
Yes, sir.
You don't need to call me sir, please. I'm not that important. I think Aaron would like to haunt somewhere very where a lot of women hang around, I suppose, like a nightclub or something. I'm pretty sure he'd be preferred to keep an eye on all the attractive women.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Well, if I
women.
had a choice, I'd rather be free roaming instead of like attached to something. So hopefully, because I think it'd be so much better to be free roaming.
Oh, Ambi just lost her stream. I think she's probably got a phone call.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, he's in bed.
Oh no.
Oh no, what? Now what's wrong?
Oh no!
Come on, Jason, what's wrong? Tell us the sob story.
Nothing.
Oh
Let me get my tiny violin out.
no! You know, talking about violins. Was it Southern Comfort? That movie where you got the banjo duo.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I love that movie. I'll tell you, I like it when that boy was like playing his violin. Kind of emotional, that one at the time.
Yeah, that's something music research. People like use like violin tones and whatever chords or whatever those are called. I'm not a musician, and try to use that for them to use speech into, because the theory is they just need some sort of carrier. That's why white noise is popular. They think white noise is the carrier for EVP.
Yeah, but how about music? Like that can also be used.
Exactly. No, that, and nobody really does that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, exactly. It needs to be more research into that.
When you try to play music on there, you get fucking flagged all the time. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Your own kind of music.
Yeah, you have to be careful if you're on YouTube.
You know, you knew how to play guitar, the piano, mouth organ, harmonica, you know, that kind of stuff, and you can play it. You know, that might attract spiritual interaction, I suppose. Because you could be doing like, let's say like harmonica, you're playing a harmonica, you know, just like, you know, live streaming, mucking around, and then you put a ghost box on and suddenly you hear a harmonica coming back at you. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
A piano, guitar, then, you know, that's more, I suppose, you know, you're going to hear that through ghost boxes anyway. But if you're playing a certain tune and you hear some of those notes come back after that tune you've played, that's going to, like, you know, be amazing, really.
And if you think about all the emotions you can hear in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I've got a guitar, but I can't play it. I never know how to play guitar, and my hands isn't, you know, like big enough to get around and, you know, put on the actual strings properly, you know. But I just bought it more as a trigger object, actually. But I have seen videos where people haven't even played a musical instrument. They've gone out and bought a guitar, a piano, you know, violin or whatever, and they've just left it there, and they've heard like the sound of a few notes being played on those musical instruments.
Yeah.
So it's more, again, like, you know, if a spirit or someone dies and they prefer to, you know, attach themselves to an instrument, you know, and you get some kind of activity with it, that's going to be crazy. Especially you ain't got no radio playing on in the background, I think. Yeah, it's just like an empty room. You know, you do a little tour of the room showing that there's no radios hidden anywhere. It's going to be more amazing if it's like a complete empty room, but with like a musical instrument, and you put an audio recorder in there, which is supposed to be very haunted. You know, an haunted device, and you put an audio recorder in, and suddenly you get like the sound of that instrument coming back on audio. That'd be crazy. And I know that there are people have actually got that.
Yeah.
That's a real good idea.
Yeah.
So again, Nigel.
That is a good idea.
But the thing is that my rooms are all filled up with crap and shit, so I won't be able to do it. Now, I've got a guitar which I bought from a charity shop for 10 quid, I think it was. That's never like been messed around with, plucked or anything. I've got a harmonica which I found in one of my boxes, and I was just sitting here mucking around the other day with the cat, and she was like going, "What the fuck is that?" And I can't be. But I've not done anything.
No, it's worth a shot. I mean, just like you said with the harmonica, just play a tune, or just one solid tone,
I can't
and
play.
then stop, and then just see if you can pick up something after that. Because even though we don't hear sound anymore, the sound itself is still bouncing around off the walls. Like sound is a wave. So
I don't even know what I did with the harmonica.
like you could play a really long chord of a violin, just like one long doo, and then just stop and see if maybe that resonates with a certain frequency. Because nobody knows for sure. There's not just white noise when it comes to like the. There's a bunch of different versions: brown noise, pink noise, all these different colors of that spectrum. So,
well, me and Simon did try an experiment through frequency, a certain frequency that only apparently, the spirit world may be able to hear. Maybe animals might be able to hear it, but human wouldn't be able to hear it, apparently. And like we tried that. I think Simon might have had a response on it, but I didn't get nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great idea. Exactly. Stuff like that. Just all these, because it's energy, it's sound, and sound is just like this wave. Like you can imagine it like a water wave, but it's just moving all around the air of the room. So that's why I found Echovox, the idea of Echovox. I can't say it works or it doesn't work, but the idea is interesting because it basically just spits out single syllables into the air, and then it re-records itself. And the idea is when it's spitting out these syllables, they act as carriers for the EVP and somehow attach to it, and then gets picked up by the recording device. And so it basically is like an amplified digital voice recorder where you're putting out little phonetic sounds to help them try to latch onto. That's the theory of it, and it's an awesome idea.
I'll show you one thing I've got, which I'll go and get because it's in the kitchen. It's been in all the time. But Rose had the idea of this one. If I could get it.
If there's a spirit in the doll, can you set off that K2 meter to red?
Have you named that new doll yet?
No.
If you do, make it some like old-timey sounding name since it's from like the 1800s. Like Maribel or something. An old-timey name.
Hello, there's spirit in that doll? If so, please set off the K2 meter to red. Or maybe move your arms up and down.
I don't think it's working actually, so I'll just turn it on.
Start doing jumping jacks.
So Rose had the idea about one of the old Simple Simon things, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And we bought it, and we was going to say, like, to each other, like Rose had one, I've got one, and we're going to do a stream, so like, try and press the yellow. And if they do the yellow, it come up with the yellow. If we do blue, it do blue, or it comes up with, I think on one of them, I don't know how you set this up, and it's got grease on it from like the other day's frying. There was a particular way you could actually set it, so you can actually change it to the colours. Match me, I think it is. I think you got to keep turning on, off and off.
Is there a spirit attached to that doll over there on the shelf? Light up the K2 3 times for yes and 2 times for no to red or yellow.
My hands are all greased up now.
That's interesting. Your guys' Simon looks so different than our Simon. But then again, I haven't seen one or touched one in probably like 15 years. So maybe that's just what the newer versions look like. Ours was black and circular, like a dinner plate.
I need to turn off the lights in here.
Do it.
So I gotta do the camera.
What's he doing? A little experiment in his living room. Was it kitchen?
Yeah, I think he's swapping out to his UV camera.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's interesting, kind of going back to the energy and pictures and stuff. When you guys were talking about that, it reminded me of that the myth from London. I don't know how true it is, but I remember hearing about it, about the crying boy, like a picture in the 80s that a bunch of people around England had, and a bunch of their houses burnt down. And they found that this picture was like in all these people's houses. Did you guys hear about that? I know Steve knows about that. The crying boy.
Oh, that.
Anyway, that goes into like that energy. Maybe an energy can be captured into a certain style of picture, and that print of that picture will forever have that energy. And that would explain if that really happened, if all these houses burnt down with this one particular crying boy picture, then somehow that picture encapsulated that energy and was transferred through all the prints as well, which is wild to think about. Yeah, that's a slick camera, Jason. I really like that. I don't think he can hear us without his headphones.
Definitely nice. So the capture what he's got there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it must be a UV light. I wonder how much that camera cost. Bet you a pretty penny.
$150?
Yes.
$250?
Right, I'm back. I've got to go to the bathroom. So I've got a couple of ideas I would like to make. You know, some of them are too complex. Some of them could be easy, but no, it'd be like that Ouija board Jason was meant to be getting. I like to do a cut down version of like where it's actually gets activated by light sensor, you know, static or whatever, and just have like a ball with yes, no, male, female, hello, goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was kind of thinking. Just like using the DC box style stuff.
Yeah.
And just kind of more simplified instead of like a whole alphabetical grid. You just kind of have it a little more simplified. Yeah.
But if you have it under a sensor wise, it's going to be a bit more difficult to do because you might have like say like 6 sensors, and if it's being operated at night time, you know, if you run your hand over one sensor, it could actually manipulate the other sensors because it depends on how far the sensors are apart from each other. So you'll need a good light board, possibly bigger than the Ouija board actually, and have like sensors on each corner, side, in the middle. Then you've got like, I suppose, like glue them in, and you don't really need. It's no programming involved in it. I don't think it's just more getting it sorted. You know, like if any spirit does come over and like say to manipulate it, then it'll set off whatever you ask it, if possible.
It's like what you're saying, Steve. If you know how to do it, you probably could do it much cheaper if you know how to do it.
Yeah, but you got to realise that you got to think about like it may be an easy idea to do, and it could be quite easy to make, but you know you got to try to get the spirits to understand how to do it. You know how to operate it, and you got to like say, well, this one here is like, you know, the yes. This one here is the no. If you want to answer a yes/no question, if I ask you a question and it's yes, you got to use this one, not that one. It's like anything really. When you try to like communicate with them, you've got to explain how to operate it. And if they don't know how to operate it, they ain't going to be able to do it, are they?
if there's a spirit in my doll. Oh shoot!
Oh, don't power off.
No. I didn't plug it in. I forgot to plug it in the camera.
So back to your electronics. They're turning your camera off. Power off. There's a spirit control, and it goes power off. I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to turn your video off so people ain't going to know.
What brand camera is that, Jason?
Yeah, just block that idiot.
Oh, I don't think you can hear me.
Shoot. Let's knock that over. If there's a spirit in the doll, please set off that. Please go toward that K meter and spike the EMF field. And set it off to yellow, orange, or red.
Camera's going off again. What? Maybe they weren't. That's why they've done it. You know, they weren't going to answer your question. We're not going to let the people know that there's a spirit attached to it. So let's turn your camera off.
I put the K2 meter on top of your legs.
Go on, flash that black device, you lazy sods.
Do we?
Could you wave your arm up in the air?
Listen, if there's a spirit attached to that doll at Jason's house, yeah, we're asking you nicely and politely to turn that bloody K2 on, make it flash a different colour to let us know that you're there. I'm going to start being a little bit more provocative to my ones because I ain't doing shit here. And I don't think, like, it doesn't, as long as you're not provoking me in a nasty, mean way, you know, in more of a jokey way, I don't think it really matters.
The spirit in the doll, if you're here, I appreciate it if you could use that K2 meter to communicate. I put it right on top of you. Come toward and spike the EMF fields and light it up to yellow and red. I will give you a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Light it up.
Come on, you lazy ass, light that bloody meter up for us. Stop being lazy. You're just spitting that doll. Let yourself be known. Prove it that there's a spirit possibly attached to it.
Hey Steve, do you get a name attached to that? Does a name pop in your head for that doll? Because Mirabelle popped in my head. Just a random name.
I'll present you Jason for me.
Please light up the K2 if you're here.
I like how you asked it to put its hands in the air. Like it's a stick up.
Give me a high five, girl.
Throw your hands up in the air.
Like you just don't care.
I'm not getting a name, but I feel that there may be something attached to it, but very shy. So with any spirit that may be attached to it, they might not even want to come out straight away. You know, they can be very shy because they might think that, well, if we do something now, we're going to scare the hell out of him and he might get rid of us. So it's more like working with them, giving them time, talking to them, I suppose, understanding, saying, look, you know, hey, I'm a paranormal investigator. I'm trying to seek the truth about, you know, life after death. You know, I've dealt with many spirits in the past. I've helped spirits cross over. If you can come forward and communicate with you, you know, you're not going to scare me. That's what I want. I want you to communicate with me so I can understand feel what you are. If you can light that meter up, light it up to show that you are, or possibly there may be something attached to that doll. And if there is, light the meter up, make it flash, use your energy.
Well, you know, I honestly think that most spirits are like most people, and most people don't know anything about the paranormal world. They haven't watched years of Ghost Adventures. They haven't read books. They haven't experimented. That's how most people are. In a weird way, we're all kind of experts in this field. So I can only imagine most ghosts are the same. They just don't really have a clue what the heck's going on. So that's why I would always try to like present and explain stuff, because I just try to imagine if I didn't know anything about the paranormal world, and I don't know. Bob, UCI Paranormal would bring that up. I always thought that was interesting because he's kind of right. In a weird way, we all of us are kind of experts compared to normal people, the average person. They don't really know anything about this stuff.
Spirit in the doll. I'm not afraid of you. Please feel free to move around the room. Light up the K2 meter. Open and close the door.
Blow the candle out. Assess Jason and take his voice over and talk to us through his voice. That'd be crazy. I'll get blamed for that if it happened. Snake, I said that.
I'm not afraid of you. Please throw your arms in the air. Do you have a name? If so, light up the K2 meter twice. If not, light it up once.
If you can't light the K2 meter up, can you make the doll move? Can you make the doll fall backwards or sideways?
Yeah, if you're here, can you make the doll tip over? I have it leaning up against the amethyst geode. Is there a spirit attached to this doll? If so, let me know by lighting up the K2 2 times to yellow. You can light it up by going towards it and spiking the EMF fields using your spiritual energy. I'm not afraid of you. I'm just trying to learn about the afterlife and communicate with you. Please let me know if you're here. Do you like sitting on the bed? Blink it twice for yes and once for no if you like sitting on the bed. Don't be afraid. Come towards the K2, spirit of the doll. And use it to communicate with me. Do you need help? If you need help with anything, please light it up twice to yellow for yes and once to yellow for no.
Come and make that Furby move on the bed for me. Manipulate that sensor, make it move forward. Go on. Gonna leave it there. Let it run.
Well, maybe it needs the radio to give it a boost.
Wait, hey Jason, did you just pick up that doll like today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's brand new in the environment. Might take some time for it to
All right.
acclimate. Yeah, throw in a box.
Yeah, run a box.
Hello? I'd like to communicate with the spirit in the doll. Whoops. I would like to communicate with the spirit in the doll.
I've spent some
Is there a spirit attached to this doll? I hear the name Jack.
refreshing.
Does anyone know if there's a spirit attached to this doll? Is the doll possessed?
Right, Dave.
I feel false right now. American music.
Florida.
If the spirit of the doll is here, could you please say her name? What is the name of the doll?
The churches were
That stopped scanning. 1 second. Okay. What is the name of the doll?
the mix.
What is the doll's name?
Hold that down, make it move, please.
19.
My intention is to communicate with a spirit attached to the doll, if there is one attached to the doll. Is there a spirit attached to this doll? Yes or no? Don't be afraid. Come toward these devices to communicate with us. If there's a spirit in the doll, could you please light up the K2 meter to yellow twice? I'd appreciate it. Don't be afraid. Come through. Do you like this new place, or did you like the antique shop better? Feel free to make yourself at home. I realize this is a new place for you, and that the antique shop might have been a little bit different, but feel free to make yourself at home here, and you're welcome to roam around the house and communicate if you'd like to as well. I appreciate it if you tell me what your name is. Spirit of the doll.
You said Ambi. I heard that say Ambi.
How long ago did you attach yourself to this doll? Don't worry about scaring me. I won't be afraid. Just feel free to say hello by waving your arm up in the air, your left arm. Go ahead and wave your left or right arm up in the air and light up the K2 meter to yellow and red, which is that device that I put on your lap. You can set it off by getting close to it and using your spiritual energy to spike the EMF electromagnetic fields. You could also feel free to come through the Spirit Box radio as well and use it to communicate.
Team G.
Do you like sitting on the bed?
Interrogation.
Feel free to come through. Don't be afraid.
Because of the
Make yourself at home in my apartment. You're welcome to stay in my apartment
200.
as long as you like to. Okay? Thank you for being here. Welcome to my house. Is there anything you would like to tell me? You happy that you're here?
Let's want this.
Have a family. Very interesting.
Cool.
17.
So perfect. In Canada.
Don't be afraid. Feel free to come through. If there's anything you'd like to tell me. If the spirit of the doll is able to come through, please light up the K2 meter on your lap to yellow, orange, and red. You come towards it, it will light up to different colors. I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And let me know you're here. To start communicating with me.
Right, anyone near the door? It was right there last night and come through and stay again.
Hey, Steve, move that to the right just a little.
Planet Earth, they come with respect. I'm
Yeah,
here
there
in
you
my
go.
bedroom.
Yeah, there you go. I can see it a little
Intention
better.
is to communicate with the spirit of this doll.
Really hard.
Spirit of the doll, my name is Jason. What's your name? And how are you doing tonight? Are you here with me?
Anyone here with me tonight? I'm telling myself next spot.
The market.
Like we did yesterday. I'm like actually recording it. So you want to come through and do it so I can see you.
Any spirits that may be here, please welcome the new doll into the apartment. And if there's a spirit attached to it, let the spirit know that she's welcome here and that she can communicate using these devices. Using the K2 meter on her lap, as well as the radio in my left hand.
Said to him,
You just said shut up. You went shut up.
cheeky
The
spirits.
spirit of the style here. You're welcome to light up that K2 meter to let me know you're here.
Need to go. Like the last night, please.
I'll give you a countdown again to build up that energy from 10 to 0. And once I get to 0, please light up the K2 using as much energy as possible. The K2 meter in your lap. 10,
Don't make her.
9, 8,
Who said Steve? I heard you.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Be dove.
Period.
1, 0.
Segmentation.
I'm writing on him. Just on the segment. When it comes through, I'll be grateful.
All these are
Need some what? Do you have enough energy?
Yeah. Bit afraid of them.
Afraid of them? Don't be afraid.
I am the.
We're afraid of them.
Hello, darling.
Don't be
Welcome
afraid.
I'm sorry you still can split Andy to it.
Don't be afraid of me.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of you either. Let's communicate with each other.
On your entire dozen. The argument.
Does anyone know if there's a spirit in this doll? If so, what is his or her name?
Jimmy.
I heard the name Jimmy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard Jimmy right after you said that.
Oh, we've got one in the car. We had one in the mirror just then. Hello. We've got a
Oh,
bit-
Steve, you're getting hit in the mirror. Crazy.
No, we're not.
It's a cheap upgrade.
Who's in the mirror?
Correction.
The quarterback.
Is a spirit in the doll a male or a female entity?
But online,
Come show yourself again, please.
If it's a male, light it up the K2 up once for yes. Or if it's a female,
29
light it up
cents.
twice.
Ogre's like, one. Could have pulled there. He likes to eat.
Is it fur?
This is so every day. There's anyone in the mirror? Or near the door? Can you come up? Say, thank you. Oh, saw him again then.
Actually, live is
Solve it. Okay. Comes to
Hello, who's that in the mirror?
coverage.
You pulled up the only thing to show yourself a bit longer.
ability.
No.
Feel free to make your presence known in the room. Perhaps bring in some orbs, some balls of light through the door
Don't keep disappearing.
here as well. Any way that you're able to communicate with us, feel free to do so.
See, we spoke about mirrors earlier, and I can use mirrors as
Is there
portals.
anything the spirit of the doll would like to talk about or let us know tonight?
I'm using that mirror as a portal.
Thank you for coming into my home.
Jim Harlan.
Welcome.
Welcome.
1999. Three hearts.
I know it might take a while to get used to these devices.
Who's the spirit in the mirror? Can you come back?
Do you know how to use the K2 meter that's sitting on your lap?
No, it's when I said to you come back, it came back directly straight away. You try
Do
again.
you know how to use this radio too fast?
Can you come back again? Thank you. Every time I ask you, you can come back, you come back. Actually.
Yeah, the welcome. I clearly heard that welcome. That was an interesting one.
Can you come back again?
My possession.
And I asked you to do that.
Possess? I possess. Possession.
Stop by.
So again, my name is Jason.
Rosie and me will come back one more time, please. And I'm trying to stop you. Plug my
Can
hand
you
out.
hear me, Spirit of the Doll? You hear my voice?
I can't hold this. It's too heavy.
This is Jason. I come in peace. I come with respect. Welcome to my home.
Can you come back one more time, please?
Greeting? Maybe that was Season's greeting. That might have been an ad, Christmas ad.
99. It's Rockwell for the
How are you doing tonight, Spirit of the Doll?
$3.
How many spirits are at Jason's
Do you have a
house?
name?
You have enough now. There we go.
For watching her.
Thank you.
You're watching her?
Thank
Who's
you.
watching her?
Walking to
Walking to...
So in how
Good. Meteorologist Jim Channel.
Who's watching the Spirit of the Doll?
Goodness.
So if you was watching this right, I asked you to come back.
Please use your energy, if you can, to set off the K2 meter on your lap to yellow a couple times. I haven't seen it go off yet.
I took direct response to that.
Appreciate if you're able to do that to communicate when you feel the time is right.
it's a little quick stick.
This report is sponsored by Just taking just
Now, when I turn this radio off, please go over toward the K2 meter and use that device to communicate, okay? On the doll's lap. Okay.
Little R&B.
So on that Xbox, I asked it to come back twice. Oh, wait, can you come back? And it came back directly after I asked it to come back.
What?
Then I asked it to come back again, and it came back. I had a hit on that Xbox Connect back 6 times. Well, 5 times, I think. At least 5 times.
What? What happened?
I was running my Xbox Connect, my portable one, and I was getting hits in the mirror. Now, if you think about it, we was talking about
Mirrors or portals.
the spirit's been in the mirror. Now, it appeared, then I asked it to come back, and it came back a bit later. Then I asked it to come back again, and after asking the second time, it came back directly straight away. Then it disappeared, and I asked it to appear again. Then it appeared again on direct command. Then it disappeared again. Then I asked it a few more times to come back, and it took it a while for it to come back the 4th, 5th time. So it was actually getting responses on my Xbox. You was getting responses on the Ghost box.
Yeah, it seemed to get warmer as we were going through that. Kind of started out cold, and then things started picking up. Yeah, there was some interesting responses coming out of that, man.
But people can't turn around and say, well, that's a fluke that, you had the Xbox come through. Because when I asked it to come back, it came back on the direct command twice.
Yeah. Oh, who's to say you weren't like connected to Jason's place right then and there? You guys, spirits were popping through some sort of portal door through the mirror or something. Who knows, man? That's the fun of it all. We just don't know, so we might as well speculate like maniacs.
Well, I said earlier, didn't I? When I said, well, they must be able to, the portals ain't going to fly over there because, if they got passports and stuff like that. But
yeah.
Border security, do they have a border security in the spirit world? Or can they just manifest wherever they want to manifest?
Exactly. It seems like there's rules, like they have to have the right amount of energy, or it has to be the right place at the right time. It just seems like there's some sort of rules, like that govern their reality, like our rules of gravity and stuff like that. There seems like there's Mother Nature rules for the spirit world. So, yeah, maybe there is a a go-between person that is the communicator, and we aren't actually speaking to our loved ones. We're speaking to one person that's acts as a communicator to the actual spirit world. We just don't know.
Well, I just heard something. I heard like a door handle click or something.
I thought that was interesting when Jason asked for a name. He got Jimmy immediately, like really quick too. So, is there a Jimmy attached to that female doll? Maybe.
If there's a Jimmy here attached to the female doll, could you light up that K2 meter on the doll's lap a few times?
And because let's say there is a male attached to it, it doesn't mean like.
Did that blink or not?
Let's put it this way: a Jimmy could have been like, you know,
please light up at least yellow.
Like dressing up in women's clothes, and maybe was a doll collector as well.
Yeah.
Maybe he like that. Suddenly could probably like that particular doll. Because
exactly.
Females ain't the only ones that collect dolls, are they?
No, exactly. There's numerous variables it could be. All sorts of stuff we haven't even yet to think of. The common belief is that it's a beacon, like a vessel that these things slip into. So seems to be the most popular thought. Like, do they feel safe there? Do they feel like normal humans again? Why do they do that? Well, what's the purpose? Is there a point? Is it just because they feel like it?
Well, why do they even come and communicate with us? What's the purpose of communicating with us? No, they don't have to come through and tell us nothing. No, although we're trying to, I suppose, like explore and understand the afterlife and trying to get answers. You know, they don't have to come forward and tell us anything, do they, really? They could just sit there and look at us and laugh at us, thinking, what for?
Yeah. Well, and they might know as much as we know. They might know nothing as well. That all they know is they don't have a body.
I'm going to put it.
I do feel that they are kind of held back
the K2 meter.
Answer the questions. They're only allowed to.
If you would like to, throw that ping pong ball at me. Go ahead and let's play catch with the ping pong ball.
The kinetic movement phenomena in the paranormal world seems to be the rarest, as rare or just as rare as, or rarer than a full-blown apparition.
What, on the Connect?
No, a kinetic, like an energy, like something pushing something, essentially. Like that's so hard to actually capture and reproduce versus an EVP, where almost anybody can capture an EVP.
What about the time when I was in the living room doing the Ouija board and that golf ball got thrown at me?
Yeah, when the Bible fell down, that was crazy, man. A couple times it got knocked over.
Feel free to play with the ping pong ball.
It seems like that case of them pushing stuff is the hardest thing, one of the hardest things for them to do. So maybe it's like Ghost, the movie Ghost, where they have to really focus their energy.
Yeah. And if they do have to do that, just think how much energy they have to take to even do anything, you know? It can take weeks, months to build up enough energy to even push that ping pong ball or throw it at him.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you've got something really dark and exciting to use any type of energy, you know, water, electricity, energy from the, you know, the human being, light.
Go ahead and use the energy coming out of that candle flame to set off the K2 and throw the ping pong ball into my hand. I have my hand open, ready to catch it.
The only thing I've not really done with a candle and a K2 is put them side by side to see if that will actually activate the K2 meter.
Yeah, it shouldn't because it's not electric. So
I know the candle's not electric and it's not forming EMF. But I'm just wondering, like, if they could use the energy from the candle to make the K2.
Oh, to amplify the
Yeah.
use of the K2. That's a good idea, actually, dude. Yeah, that's a hell of a good idea. I see what you're saying.
So there we go. That's an idea for you, Jason. Put the K2 near the candle and ask them to use the candle energy to manipulate the K2.
Yep. Well,
No,
and it
I
makes
can't.
sense.
I can't put it up. It's too close to the computer.
Well, it makes sense with the whole cold pocket theory too, because that's another commonly reported phenomena is the whole cold pocket. So they need heat, and heat is just energy. It's a higher form of energy. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense, dude. That's a really good idea, actually. And candles have been thought to help in communication with the spirits forever, before the written language. So yeah. Smoke too. Smoke is thought to carry our prayers into the spirit world and so on and so forth.
I suppose automatic writing could do as well, maybe.
Yeah, well, dude, automatic writing was basically the ghost boxes before electricity and then before talking boards, because that's automatic writing was what everybody did before talking boards. They just took the idea and turned it into like a nice, easy thing. You can look up if you look up automatic writing designs from like the early 1900s or whatever it was. I think it was 1900s, late 1800s. There's all sorts of cool schematics you can see of designs for automatic writing devices. People were really into it, man. The spiritual movement, especially in the United States, of the late 1800s, early 1900s, was huge. Everyone was into that kind of stuff, and all the parlor games and stuff.
I'm trying to think of that TV program. It's an American one, where that guy psychic, he goes to like famous people's houses and like he sits there and he just like draws on his book and he gets the information from what he's drawing. I can't remember what that TV program's called.
Well, what's it called? The Paranormal Files with that one lady. Doesn't she get a sketch artist and have a sketch artist draw the person she's seen, and then they present it to the people? And a lot of times the people are like blown away.
Yeah, but this other one is something to do with like, you know, famous people, and it's a young guy goes around. He's got blonde hair, and he goes.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I can't think what it's fucking called. But he actually goes to the people and he sits there, and he's got a pen and paper, and like he's just sitting there drawing, and answers comes to him, you know, and he says things that he's getting from the spirit world. And most of the people that he talks to are just mind blown on what he's getting from the spirit world. Can't think what it's called.
Steve, sorry. Steve, do you know what you call that image on your Kinect? I sent you an image through your inbox of that thing. What you caught?
What, on Facebook?
Yeah, on Facebook.
All right, I'll have a look at it because I need to go to the bathroom. I've been.
Okay.
I'll have a look at it.
Yeah, I never experimented with automatic writing myself. It's fascinating. You guys ever mess around, tried that? I guess you just literally sit down with a pen and paper or a pencil and paper and clear your mind and just let your hands. It's like kind of like the ideomotor effect. Just see what happens.
Not personally myself. I heard of the other people doing it. I ain't done it myself, but yeah, I have heard of something like that.
Yeah, I've never experienced it. I've experienced the ideomotor effect of the talking board, where you just get these impulses for letters or words. It's very strange. So I'm assuming that's what it's like. It's this weird impulse.
I'm assuming so, yeah. I'm definitely assuming so, because like I said, I've heard that, and I have where you put you close your eyes or something, and you put a piece of paper and you got a pen or something, like that, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep. I guess that might. I mean, you would think that's kind of like possession in a way too, if they're like controlling. I see. I don't know. Who's to say it's spirits? Who's to say it's not aliens? I like to think the possibility that it might be a tourist attraction from the future to where the only safe way we can ever time travel is in kind of like this weird ethereal spirit form, and somewhere in the future, like 4,000 years later down the line, there's a store that sells these trips where people can go back and talk to people that think they're talking to ghosts, but they're really just talking to time travelers.
Yeah, that would be interesting. that reminds me of like a quantum leap where it goes from time to time to time.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Exactly. Well, that's one of the theories, is that we can't, if time travel is possible, backwards especially, yeah, you got to do something like that to where you are in part of the actual timeline and not something new added into it.
Yeah, because it goes from like the really early days, and you don't remember where it's coming from, and sort of like he goes from one, like I don't know, a portal or some kind of thing, and he goes into something else, and something else, and something else. Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I love that show. That was a good show.
It's moving. Move it again for me, please.
What's moving?
The bod just moved. Move it again. Come on. That just moved by itself, Scott.
All right. Yeah, you be.
Come on, make that move. You just made it move. Can you make it move again? No, I do have an application, but my phone is on here on the table, closed.
Hey?
Can you make that move again?
I'm trying to get it to work.
That was actually straight, and it's moved diagonally now. Come on. You made it move. I want you.
Hello.
Make it move again for me. You've got to do this. It goes forward. So it's trying to move again. Come on. There, look, it's moving. Come on. You knocked it over.
I like his voice. His voice is funny.
Over. You meant to make it move forward.
Sing.
Whoa. Come on, do it again. No, I'm not waiting. Do it again. I know the bed's a bit wonky.
Yeah, but to wrap up kind of that automatic writing, the planchette from talking boards, from Ouija boards, that was originally a device where a pen or pencil slipped in the middle of that. And so they just took out the pencil and put a hole in it so you could see the letters.
Now make it move. Because that can't do it from that distance. It's got to be up close. Can you make it move again? Come on. Now, if you was the one at Roses, you used to move it around a lot. I'm not saying it's paranormal, but it was moving. You just saw it moved. Well, I'm not saying it's paranormal. Could be an unknown energy that reflected on the sensor. Can't see it being the cat though. Come in, been sitting there for ages and it didn't go off, and now I turned it on, you moved it. Do it again for me. Right, let's just click that on for a minute. Just log onto my Facebook. See what Nigel sent me.
Yeah, that would be Kieran.
Sorry, Kieran. Wow, there's a face there, man. Holy crap. Right, okay. So let's screen share this. Can you see what I see right here?
It looks like an evil face. It's like a creepy mask Oh, that looks weird. It looks weird to me, man. Looks creepy.
Now that's the mirror over there. So what the hell? That's on the door.
It's weird. It looks like it's looking down at you or something.
That
It's really
is on-
weird.
That's on the door though, because that's the mirror there. Because like on the Xbox Connect, it's always the opposite. So the mirror should be this side, and the door that side. But on the Xbox, it's like the opposite way. So it's picking up something there in the mirror. Can you see that in the mirror? It's picking up in the mirror, but it's also picking up this big face in the door.
Yeah, right behind the face, I see a half a wolf head looking, a wolf face looking right at me. So there's like a creepy mask on the left, and then right behind him is half a wolf, like looking right at me. It's really weird.
Yeah. So what the hell is this though? This white object in the mirror. Is that what it's picking up? It looks like more white, white, probably angelic kind of thing. And look down here.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's weird. It reminds me, that thing reminds me of a couple of your orb videos you had. You had a couple orb videos that were really weird shapes.
Yeah. And I've only just recognised this. Look down here. There's a face and a shoulder, and it looks like he's wearing some kind of hat. You see that there? There's your shoulder. There's the head. Looks like wearing like one of those like musketeer hats kind of thing, Well, I'm definitely seeing like the eye.
Very interesting.
Eyeshadow there, like the eyelid, the eye. Then you got kind of the nose there. You got like a pointy chin, a mouth, and possibly that could be the full mouth, or it could be the lower mouth and a moustache or something. That's fucking crazy, man. I don't know who that could be.
Yeah, it's a wild phenomenon. I remember there's a photo right after 9/11 happened that looks like a damn demon head in the smoke, dude. Yeah, there's a creepy picture there for you. Yeah, there's some.
Cheers for that.
There's some crazy stuff, man. Yeah, that's a crazy capture.
Cheers for that, Kevin.
Yeah, that's no problem. That's how I did it last night, and like I said, when I was watching the other live stream, that's what I'd done. I just caught a glitch of my eye, and
my leg's gone bloody cold.
Do you know what I mean?
So we just don't know what we are getting through ITC,
Dude, I think it's just glimpses into the multiverse. We're just scratching the very, very surface of what reality really is, and we can't make out or figure out what it is. That's why it's all weird to us. That's why we see aliens. We can't define them. Like everybody sees ghosts but we can't prove it. We're just like scratching the surface of this crazy immense multiverse.
So if you look at my video from earlier with my Xbox Connect earlier, last night I kept getting direct hits exactly where that face was last night, and when I was doing it, the Xbox Connect picked up an anomaly for at least 2.5 minutes, but it didn't save on the Bandicam software on the memory card, and I was really pissed about it. So I put it down. I thought, fuck, I changed the settings though to save it on the actual main tablet drive itself, the internal drive. I thought I'll give it one more go, and I didn't expect anything to happen. Did you just hear a bell ring?
Yeah.
I just heard a bell ring. So I didn't think I was going to get anything. I was about going to give up, and probably about 1.5 minutes before I ended the video, the Connect hit right in front of that door again. And I was like, well, thank you very much for that. At least I might have caught this time. But last night I had the Connect on for 3 attempts, and each attempt I had, I was getting the Connect on there, hit on the Connect. Now the weirdest thing is picking it up on the portable one, but on the last one I had the Connect on the portable, and I had the other Connect on my laptop. I was getting on the portable, but not on the laptop, which is weird. So why would they show themselves? It's like an EVP.
Yeah, that's
They
strange.
may record on one recorder, but not get caught on another recorder.
Yep.
A camera, you could use a camera. You might get an apparition appear on one camera and not another. Maybe it's because of the different frequencies.
Yeah, and people see ghosts and try to film it, and then they can't film it too. So that's, yeah, there's something going on to where they seem to like log into one exact frequency. And if you know that frequency and you can get to that frequency, then you can experience what's going on. But it's real brief moments because we don't know what frequency that is.
Well, what is manipulating that just now? It stopped now, but it was doing it.
It's some precise frequency. It seems like there's this, like the known band of energy, like light waves and sound waves. Like it's just, there's still unknown parts of these, like whatever those grids you see in science books. There's still unknowns. At the ends are unknowns. So yeah, who knows, man? It's got to be some frequency, some vibration, some energy. Because that's all we are. We're just densely packed versions of that. We're made of atoms, and atom is really nothing. Like an atom's just a giant empty room with a desk at the center as its nucleus or whatever, with a fly buzzing around as the whatever that thing is. And we're made of that, just mostly nothing. That's all densely packed together. It's vibrating at just the right frequency to stay together. It's crazy.
And Steve, I sent you two more what I captured last night sent you on your inbox. What I caught on Roses, I sent it into your inbox.
Yeah, Rose is like she's doing her own hangout at the moment. Didn't you?
The one what I caught last night, I sent you a picture.
Right. And that one's at Roses, yeah? That one there.
That one there. That's correct. Yeah, that one there.
Yeah. I also see like a face here. Like an eye, very long nose, and a small mouth. And I think I see like a little face there as well. I'm seeing like animals here, like more like a dog or something. Down here, and a larger dog here.
Yeah, that's wild. That's my daughter on Facebook then. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and Ulrich brings up dark matter and dark energy. That's stuff that like the supposed smartest people in the world don't even understand at all. They're just like barely theorizing and figuring out what all that crap is. So there's all this stuff around us we just don't know. We don't understand.
Exactly. Totally agree.
Like I tend to think like what we kind of view ourselves as modern, more technologically advanced humans really haven't been around that long. Only, like I said, like 100, 120 years. I kind of look at the pinnacle, how the change from industrial to modern technology is the invention of the plane and electricity. Well, they didn't invent electricity. They figured out how to harness electricity. But that really seems to be the turning point to where and that is still so new in our history. That's only 100, 120, between 100, somewhere around there. Can't remember when electricity was exactly, but somewhere around there. So a lot of this stuff we're talking about, like what energies, what frequencies, it may be figured out in another 10, 15, 20, 30 years. They might know the exact frequency to speak with spirits, and then you could literally use it like a ghost box, like a phone, and just dial into that frequency and have a clear-cut, long conversation with whatever that spirit world is. It's entirely possible. There was some fascinating work of a guy that made one of the earlier spirit boxes, and he was never debunked that he supposedly tapped into the spirit world in a certain frequency. Jason might remember his name. It's from like the 60s or 70s.
No, I don't know half them people.
But he supposedly had like you can look up
Constantine Raudove.
Yeah, there you go. He got it right there. Nice. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
He knows. Yeah, that's some fascinating stuff with that. His work. He supposedly was talking to some scientists too. And that the scientist was giving him all this information to help bridge this, make this phone call easier.
I still like to get one of those old rotary dial phones maybe later. I don't want like the reproduction one. I want like the original old ones. Because people had them before and they said that they've had phone calls and the phone's not even been plugged in. But they've heard the phone ring, and some of them been like, you know, kind of daring enough to pick up the phone and heard voices coming through the actual receiver. So I wouldn't mind getting like an old rotary phone maybe.
Yeah, even those old cassette tape answering machines have picked up EVPs from dead people calling.
I've got an old
I have a
from
cassette
dead
tape.
loved ones.
I've got an old tape recorder somewhere.
Yeah, I heard this one clip of this mother that lost her son, and a couple days later, she got this message. It was really distorted and funky, but you could make out some words about "Mom, I love you," and like "Don't worry" and stuff like that. It was really eerie. There's been numerous cases like that, at least before the cassette tape kind of vanished.
Scientists predict a dark matter hurricane will collide with the Earth. Hmm. I don't know what happened to Jason. He got kind of like really weird edges then and disappeared.
Probably a pizza.
Another one. Oh, he goes, grabs his phone, put it down, and then he disappears out of the room.
That'd be a cool session. Have a dinner session to where you set up the table, put out a bunch of plates, put out a bunch of food, and just sit down with a couple people, eat, but then try to have a paranormal experiment and record while you're doing all that. I don't know. I've never seen anybody do that. Eating's real formal too, so maybe it might make the spirits more comfortable. Or informal, I guess, just to say not formal, or whatever the term is. Whatever those words are. Yeah, I think there's something to recreating scenes and then stopping them and trying to record after that. I've seen some interesting experiments where people emulate an old Pioneer's Day surgery or something, and then recreate some situation that freeze, and then see if they capture any EVP right after that, and do that multiple times. Yeah, with some channel, it was kind of a cheesy channel and kind of cheesy hosts, but the idea was cool. Some paranormal channel on YouTube.
Yeah, but the thing is, even something like that, unless you've got plenty of food to waste, you know, they might not.
Yeah, exactly.
What are they coming to eat? You know, can you just imagine you doing that and you have like 4 people around a table and you set for 6 and you got food on the plates and suddenly you see like a piece of pork chop levitate and disappear.
Yeah, just bites. It's like invisible bites start getting taken out of it. Yeah. Well, that'd be cool. I'm kind of surprised Ghost Adventures are one of those people who haven't done that. They have the money. Why not set up some sort of cool experiment like that? Like a movie theater, like try to have a full movie theater with a bunch of people and have them acting like moviegoers, and then just like immediately stop the movie and everybody in the middle try to capture EVP.
Hmm. I think when they're on TV, I think someone tells them which way to do things.
Oh yeah, well yeah, and
okay, I got it.
A lot of it's faked, and a lot of it is intentionally, unintentionally faked,
Yeah,
where
what-
producers
what
will
you get excited for?
trick their investigators to make them think they're getting paranormal stuff. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's money. It's all money. That's why.
Would you suddenly get excited for, jump up and throw your headphones down and rush out that door for?
I got this cassette recorder here from Radio Shack.
Yeah, I've got like an old analog recorder somewhere.
I'm going to use it right now.
Put it under the door.
This is voice activated.
Oh, nice.
I've got a voice activated audio digital recorder. I've got an I've also got a recorder which has got video on it as well, so you can record video.
Hello, if the spirit of the doll is here, please come forward. Hello? Hello? If you're here, please speak into this microphone and it will activate the recording. I would like to communicate with the spirit in the doll. If you're here, please say your name through this mini cassette recorder. Please speak into the microphone near the mini cassette recorder and get a message across. Do you know how to communicate with me? Are you happy that you're here in this new place?
I wonder if you can still buy cassette tapes at some shops these days. Maybe you have to get them all online. I don't know. I still have laying around old cassette tapes and VHSs and stuff, just random old stuff from off television.
Heck, I don't hear anything. Even my voice. What the heck happened here?
Maybe the mic's busted if it's older.
Yeah. I mind you, if you take it apart, you might be able to get a microphone compatible and desolder that one.
Hang on, didn't actually record it. Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Some of the first documented EVP was oh man, it's been so long since I've had to think about this stuff. The names are killing me, but Jorgensen is kind of considered the grandfather EVP. He was out recording just nature sounds one day, and he was later playing it back, and he heard people talking about the voices, and or about the birds sounds and stuff. And my point of that is, though, I don't know if he recorded it on cassette tape or on that old reel-to-reel style, because then there's an even a bit older style of the kind of cassette tape, the reel-to-reel.
The batteries are low. Ah, shoot.
Yeah, it's an awesome idea, man. Yeah, so the whatever record, it's just anything that records, it seems to be able to capture the spirit world somehow. Kind of like, I mean, it sounds like it's wild and far out, but if you think about just how we can capture an image of time and put it in a picture frame, I mean, that's just as wild as anything else. I mean, just the fact that we're on a rock hurling through this darkness we call outer space is... Holy crap, you okay there, man? Jeez. What the heck happened?
The doll got him.
Poltergeist? Maybe it's working and the spirits just want to toy with it.
Hello? Hello?
The spirit of the doll is here.
Oh, I went the wrong way with the volume knob. Jeez.
Ulrich brings up an interesting point about how the year 6018 to him, it is very interesting. Yeah, it's 2018, like not really. Like stupid time. The Gregorian calendar. What was it? Council and this, what was it? Whoever made that damn calendar. Yeah, it's really like the year 6 billion something. Yeah.
Hello? Hello, this is Jason. Would you please come toward this microphone and speak into it? You get a message on this tape recorder. My name's Jason. I come with respect. Is there a spirit attached to the doll? What is the name of the spirit attached to the doll? Could you please leave a message on my tape recorder by speaking through the microphone if you're here? Are you a good spirit or a bad spirit? Are you happy in this new place? Okay, play. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Take this out.
What was the what was the other cassette? There was cassette and then there was 8-track. 8-track. There's another
Please come toward this
something you could
microphone
explain.
and speak into it. this Jason? Please come toward this microphone and speak into it. You get a message on this tape recorder. My name's Jason. I come with respect. Is there a spirit attached to the doll? Is the name of the spirit attached to the doll? Please leave a message on my tape recorder by speaking through the microphone if you're here. Are you a good spirit or a bad spirit? Are you happy in this new place? Let me know by leaving a message on this cassette recorder. Spirit attached to the doll. Please leave a message on my tape recorder by speaking through the microphone if you're here. Are you a good spirit?
Right there. There was something right there.
Are you a good spirit or a bad spirit? Are you happy in this new place?
Oh, no. Back.
Is the name of the spirit attached to the doll? Please leave a message on my tape recorder by speaking through the microphone if you're here. Are you a good spirit or a bad spirit? Are you happy in this new place?
I don't know. Where'd everyone go?
Boo.
What?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just checking.
Oh.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I was just looking at that link. Thank you for that, Ian. He posted a link about YouTube will now let creators play pre-recorded videos during live streams. I think I haven't read the full article, but I think what that means is when you try to screen share a video right now, there's a frame rate discrepancy, so the videos always come out real choppy. And so it looks like they're going to allow some way for us to share a video straight from our computer, so that it's a smooth frame rate. I'm guessing. I mean, because that's what happens right now if you share a video.
Also, this cassette recorder allows you to play it back slower and faster than it was recorded. Like this. This is slow. Right here. This is slow.
Jason.
Listen.
Toward this microphone and speak into it. Got a message on this tape recorder.
That's cool.
My name's Jason. I come with respect. Is there a spirit attached to the doll? Is the name of the spirit attached to the doll? Please leave a message on my tape recorder by speaking through the microphone if you're here. Are you a good spirit or a bad spirit? Are you happy in this new place.
And then you could play it back faster as well. Yeah.
No, it's awesome because that's one of the ideas is that some EVPs
I
are
come to
fast.
respect. Is there a spirit attached to the dial? Is the name of the spirit attached to the dial? Please leave a message on my tape recorder by speaking through the microphone that you're here. Are you a good spirit or a bad spirit? Are you happy in this new place?
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm guessing what it is you upload like your live stream. It's so you can have pre-recorded live streams, so you can interact more with your community. Is what they're selling it as. So it sounds like you upload some whatever 3-hour long stream, and then or video, and then they allow you to use it as a stream it live without having to use an encoder, I guess. Because that's the thing is you can do that right now. You just need a like OBS or something like that. And a good computer for it, at least a good enough. Sounds like you're trying to make contact with Papa Smurf. That's interesting. It's really cool that you can manually slow it and speed it up.
So what is going on about YouTube or whatever?
Yeah, click that that first link that Ian put up there out of the last two, and it talks about you can now have pre-recorded videos ready for live streams. So you can like sit there and interact with people and talk to them and stuff, I guess. Easier.
Yeah, but it's Premier. You got to pay for those.
I don't know. Well, maybe, yeah. And well, I don't think that'll work great as well for paranormal because people like for it to be 100% live and stuff anyway for the stream. So, but for people that are doing those like long like compilation streams and stuff, that would be good. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't read too detailed into it.
This is what I understand. Like, creators can name their fan clubs and charge $4.99 for membership.
I think that's a different feature that you can have now. It's ways that they're trying to give more easier fan engagement and other avenues for creators since like so many people.
It also means that features that were once limited to live only can now be used on pre-recorded content, included, for example, Super Chat, where users pay donations to their comment, highlight, and linger longer in a live chat. Premiere is set to roll out over the next 2 weeks, and we'll first come to select YouTubers who are beta tester partners. Well, I don't use beta testers, so it won't include me.
Yeah, it'll eventually be rolled out to everyone. So yeah, so probably in like 6 months.
Subscribers or more can design up to 20 items and make custom products. Unless it's going to be like a feature where, but the thing is, I think again that might be one of the Premier things. So you have to pay for it to actually get people to subscribe as a one of those particular subscribers, I suppose. Yeah, so if someone wants to like watch your channel and you put like membership $4.99 to watch certain videos, I suppose, such as like a bit like that other one.
Yeah, that's just so they can watch it early, it looks like.
Yeah.
Because it's like a premiere. They get to catch the premiere before everybody else does. That's
Yeah.
just I think that's something the subscribers pay for. I don't think that's something the content creators pay for.
Is that something like Patreon?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too. Exactly. It's like that makes sense because Patreon's kind of taking money from YouTube. So of course they're going to try to incorporate Patreon stuff into YouTube itself so it can cannibalize it. Yep. Yeah, Patreon's making all sorts of money off YouTube's back right now. They don't like that. YouTube does not like that.
When I set my Patreon up, I only got 2 subscribers, and they like subscribed me for like a promise of $1 a month, and didn't work out. So I've had to close my one now.
Yeah, you have to have tons. I thought about it. It's just too kind of weird. If I had like 100,000 subscribers, maybe, because that's more like called for that kind of stuff.
Well, I've got like 2,000 plus, but the thing is it going to be worth me doing anything where it interacts with a premium? You know, because I've got to put stuff up before I can actually live stream it, and then like if I do premium, so it's there before other people watch it, and there's a subscribe a membership fee. How many people is going to be willing to sign up as a membership? You might as well just
yeah, exactly. That's why I just didn't even worry about it, because it's like, well, I don't think anybody needs to worry about it until they get like 100,000 subscribers. That's more.
With the Patreon, when there's some with YouTube and you sign with Patreon, say you pay $5 a month, even though it's on YouTube, it won't go on a normal YouTube live stream unless you pay for that description. Then you get that YouTube content, what you signed up for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they just put the videos on unlisted, and then they have to go to their actual Patreon page and click on the link on the Patreon pages. Yes, and the only way to access the page is to be a subscriber. So yeah, or a paid subscriber.
So as I say, I was going to do it on the other format, but I won't get nothing on there. It wasn't worth it, you know. So what's the point not doing it on YouTube? I don't think I'm gonna get too many people wanting to become memberships, you know, sign up for content that I may or may not already have up.
Yeah, exactly. I just look at YouTube. To me, is just like a blank piece of paper, a canvas, and I just put out whatever I make. And if somebody likes it, cool. If they don't, oh well. I don't. Yeah.
So the thing is, then if you do that, right, and you set up a membership form, yeah, they're going to take a percentage out every fucking membership that signs up, because they're so greedy, YouTube. They take 30% out of your super chat as it is. And
dude, they're making so much money right now. YouTube's got to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, media providers right now. It's huge. They're making ridiculous amounts of money, unfathomable, incomprehensible.
I think you're right what you're saying, because I see some Patreon channels and some are dearer and some others. Some charge $5, some charge $10. Depends what you're going to pay for, and depends what the contents, what they're putting on. They can charge all different prices on Patreon, so you could pay like $25, then down to $15, and over here it's like £25, $15. Depends what kind of contents they're putting on there.
Well, I copied some of the content of most patrons, and some of the patrons I copied was like get unseen footage of like videos that not ever been uploaded. There'd probably be like streams where only certain people can be able to see it, like unlisted like live streams. Then I put up like access to my SoundCloud or something like that. And then I put down like if certain people were to, you know, link up to the high price one, they get their name shouted out, the link, you know, their YouTube shouted out, the web page shouted out, you know, whatever, and it'd all be linked below as well, but never happened. So I just like closed it down.
Yeah,
wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it's easier just to look at all this stuff as a cool hobby, just a fun hobby.
That you was getting out of it was that when you was making, you get paid monthly, and it doesn't matter what you get in. If it's like $1, you get paid it directly into your PayPal account, yeah. After they taken their little fraction. With YouTube, once you get your super chat, you don't get it until it reaches its limit. So if you set the limit at like $100, yeah, you go until it reaches $100. And it's not going to reach $100 straight away because they keep taking 30% out every super chat. That's why I say don't use the super chat, although it's still there. Though some people still use it, but
yeah, exactly. Well, that's YouTube again. YouTube, there's companies out there that let you do it for free, and YouTube doesn't want that. They want a piece of that money, so they have that option now. But you don't have to use it. I mean, Streamlabs is a great one that people can donate to. That doesn't take. I'm pretty sure it doesn't take any money.
So like last night, I think it was Nigel done a £10 donation to my channel, through PayPal. I didn't get the £10. I got like £9.46. So PayPal takes their chunk out. So you're getting two chunks.
I guess it's a smaller.
Once you get a super chat, and once you reach your super chat, it goes through your PayPal. PayPal takes a chunk out as well. So there's two chunks you get taken out of YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, Steve. Sorry, but I'm going to leave it from there because I've got an early morning. Thank you for letting me join the stream. You guys and the lady's been brilliant tonight. It's been brilliant conversation and different experiments and this, that, and the other. Like I say, thank you for having me on tonight, and hopefully I'll see you guys sometime soon.
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to shut it down now. I'm going to quickly nip over to say hello to Rose and that lot. Then I'm going to go to bed myself because I've got a bit of a busy day today as well. And I won't going to stay on too late tonight. So I'm going to end it here now, guys. Thanks for popping on.
Bye, Kieran.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
So if you want another hangout later in the week, probably do another one. But I'm going to shoot off now. Go over and quick say hello to Rose and that lot. Then I'm off to bed in probably about half hour. So I'll see you later.
Good night, all.
And you. Good night, all.
All right. Good night, everyone. Catch you later.